Welcome back to another rebuild here on Madden 26. We're going to be rebuilding a team I thought we would have gotten to sooner, but maybe it's for the best, as today we're going to be rebuilding the Cleveland Browns for at least 10 years, maybe 15 years. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, as I kind of want to go until Shedeur Sanders retires. Of course, a little bit of a different look than the real-life Cleveland Browns. We know Joe Flacco's the starter. We do know that Bond is maybe a little bit more buried, but my job here is to rebuild this team long-term. I don't have to worry about real-life ratings. I don't have to worry about fielding the very best roster at a given moment. You know, me sitting Shedeur Sanders is not going to have the same result as it would in real life, where he's going to learn. He's just going to be wasting XP. So a little bit of realism out the door, as we're going to be showing Shedeur the starting ropes here right out the gate, throwing him out to the Wolves. Tillman in that first game, obviously there's some promise there. Maybe he's the true number 2. Of course, Jerry Jeudy had some drop issues just like he did in 2024, but still looking like a guy that's probably going to put up over 1,000 yards. And Njoku, you know, not as good as Fannin, ironically enough, but of course, they look like they have a good group of tight ends. O-line, I don't know. Offensive line, you know, these names aren't what they once were. Of course, you're always going to have Bitonio seemingly playing at a high level, but yeah, I do worry about the things you worry about. You look at 70 overall left tackle, 72 overall center. They didn't run the ball well, even though I think Sampson is a very good running back. I think, you know, when Judkins is in there too, this is going to be a really good backfield. Obviously, didn't really get it done on the ground, but through the air, receiving-wise, Sampson had some pretty damn great dynamic plays. Feels like he's really easy to tackle if you get a hold of him, but that's the thing. Trying to get a hold of him is a little bit easier said than done. Of course, Isaiah Bond. I know YTC, shout out to him in the comment section below, is happy for this one. Hopefully going to get him developed into a really good player. Then we move on to the defensive side of the ball, where this is the side that almost won them the game. Of course, self-inflicted issues again. Offense, 2 drop passes that led to interceptions, multiple drops that lost conversion drives, and then, of course, the kicker. Let's not start with the kicker, who missed 4 points worth of scores, which, you know, I'm not a math expert. I think it might have been enough to beat the Bengals, though. Of course, defense, Myles Garrett, heart and soul of his defense, year in and year out. Looks as great as ever right out the gate. Rest of the D-line, you know, they're going to get there probably, especially as long as Myles Garrett is healthy. Linebacker, Schweichinger had a couple of plays, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, no joke, which really hurts. No joke. Okay, relax there. But, you know, whenever he's able to play, which I don't even know if is for this season. I think it might be next season. Really sucks. That is a great player to be losing, but it would be a pretty damn good looking linebacker unit, in my opinion. Of course, cornerbacks were very solid. I mean, Joe Burrow had, 115, 120 yards, something around that. Completion percentage was low. This Browns defense basically won them the game, and the rest of the guys just couldn't do the bare minimum. Again, dropping passes for interceptions, field goals, very makeable extra points, just missing stuff like that. Cleveland Browns lost in the most Cleveland Brown fashion in Week 1 against a division rival that could have really set up some momentum for them, following Week 1. Of course, still a team that in Madden needs a lot of work. Got to develop Tillman, some linemen, obviously. I mean, you could argue 5 linemen, right? Within 2 or 3 years or less. Maybe even as soon as next season. So 5 linemen, definitely got to look at that. And Njoku, of course, he needs a contract, I believe. He's on the older side, 28, 29. Fannin could be the next up. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, a lot to develop. You're feeling good about DT1, right end, cornerback, and middle linebacker. Wide offensive side of the ball, maybe running back, maybe wide receiver 1. Everything else you could easily see being a position of need to replace, and we'll see exactly what happens. Of course, if this is, I mean, it's definitely a 10-year rebuild at least. This is a 15-year. If it's a just, go until Shedeur Sanders retires, 15, 20-year, and you want to see more of these types of longer rebuilds, let me know by leaving a like in the comment section below. Let me know what team you would like to see, kind of mix those two together. And then, of course, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all if that interests you. You want to see when a video is up. Regardless, let's get into this pretty damn long rebuild that hopefully is not longer than like 2.5 hours, because I don't want to waste all your time. Also, a few things I want to say before we get into this video. If you do end up enjoying this video, maybe leave a like. It took a long time to do this one. More importantly, though, if we hit 500 likes, pretty much guarantees we'll do another one. Let me know what team you'd want to see next. Maybe the Titans or Cam Ward or something like that. Of course, hit the bell notification to all if you want to subscribe. It means a ton. Welcome to Jeromepkr, second channel PK plays non-Madden content. Started playing Borderlands 4 over there. And then for members, tomorrow we'll have a video, monthly members video, up tomorrow instead of Monday. Anyways, appreciate y'all for watching, and let's get into this long one. All right, we talked about David Njoku needing a contract. Almost every single time in the past, I've done something like this. Usually it's a 4-year. It comes back to bite us, and you know what I'm going to do this time? The same damn thing, brother. Greg Newsome, 4-year deal. I mean, I might as well, right? I think he's 1 year away at this overall from being not worth it in Madden. But at 25, I can live with it. Emerson, I kind of want to live with. And then the rest, even Teller, maybe I might be letting go. Of course, outside of Baker, no one really wants to be here. We, of course, have a lot more money than I would have thought because of the Deshaun Watson situation. So, Batonio, if he doesn't retire, is a re-sign as well. But, yeah, a lot of these guys, just based on their age overall, is just, we're just going to be letting go. We're going to try to keep most of the young players. But outside of Njoku and Newsome, who I don't even know if I would say Njoku's young, a lot of these guys probably will be going for us. We also kept Ford on a 3-year 12. There's a lot of players on this team with the same first name as mine. Do I need to be a Browns fan? Like, I personally don't want the depression, but I mean, I might be able to make a move. I don't know. We're ahead to the playoffs. Definitely not a great one, which, I mean, I imagine most people probably would have assumed. See how we finished, though. We were 2-7, made a playbook change on offense. Nope, just as bad. Actually worse, 3-14. Of course, sort of have a reason to want us to lose to get a better draft pick, but at the same time, Shedeur being good as a rookie, getting Rookie of the Year would be way more meaningful. So yeah, screw the draft pick, but I guess by default, we're going to have a good one. Look at the stats. Shedeur, yards are fine. Touchdowns and picks, not so great. Rushing was not great. Jerry Jeudy was okay. Yeah, this was a pretty disappointing year one. As expected, but still. Oh, wow. And Myles Garrett was bad. Interceptions, 3. Not great there either. Kicking, everything was bad. We suck. We were the 31st ranked offense, by the way. Joe Burrow, the MVP. Okay, very fitting that we just, we lost week 1. Oh, Schweichen's Rookie of the Year, though. But yeah, we lost week 1 to the MVP of the league, so that's fantastic. Could have beat him, but, field goals. Also, ironically enough, forgot to force lose that game, yet they still lost by default, which, I mean, you kind of expected, to be fair. Packers versus Bills. Who's going to be the winner of this one? Super Bowl, that could happen. I mean, both teams look pretty good in week 1. Bills defense a little iffy, but going against Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, you kind of expect it. And the winner of that one is the Bills. As a Packers fan, yeah, it would suck, but I can live with it. I just want to get back to the championship round and the Super Bowl itself. Shedeur Sanders, normal dev, that sucks. Okay, I did keep all of the sliders besides O-line on base. I figured 10, 15-year rebuild. If it doesn't work out with the sliders we have on base, well, then we know in the future, just keep going higher and higher with those sliders. Not really higher and higher, but 130 to 150 is usually a pretty good range. But with this amount of time, I wanted to try a little bit different of a rebuild, so we'll see how that goes with the lower sliders. See if adjustments need to be made, or maybe it's perfect. Who knows? We're switching with that dev up. I'm going to keep butchering his name every single time. It's going to get worse because I'm going to get lazier and lazier with it. I'm going to say Delpit, though, dev up to superstar, which is great because he's 27, but 83 overall, it's pushing it. 83 overall, and the 27 years old, that's the problem. It's pushing it, though. It's pushing it, but I think we're fine. And, of course, Joe Flacco retires. Kind of expected this list of guys. As far as the negotiations, we didn't even finish David Njoku. Oh, no. That's a lot of money, though, and he took it. No shock. No shock to me. Man, I completely forgot. Like, I just thought they would have accepted because the deals we offered were fair. But, yeah, I'm already selling. I'm already selling the rebuild. I can't lose him, dude. I can't lose Newsome, even though he barely went up and over. He actually didn't go up and overall. Well, that's a scam, isn't it? Batonio, where the hell is he? Batonio, he's actually a little interested in joining back, too. 1 year 14. Boom. As far as everyone else goes, though, you could maybe keep Jenkins. I don't know. I'll keep Teller on a 1 year 15 if he wants it, but overall, this team just needs an overhaul at most positions. Really? I mean, I could probably keep Teller for cheaper. 18, And then special teamers, especially the kicker, can go F them. And for free agents, maybe Taylor Moton, but I think he got paid in real life, so probably not. What about Chanel? Ooh, that's cheap. We might go Chanel. Well, if we find some people, I gotta cut the time on this video. If we find some people, you'll see them. All right, we have offers on Suomalo and Leo Chanel. I really want Leo Chanel. We'd have the best trio linebackers in the league, potentially. And we do get him a 5 year 50, which is theft, and then Suomalu on a 1 year 12. All right, we are in the draft with pick number 1 overall. We have 21 from the Jaguars, and yeah, our biggest needs, edge, safety, wide receiver, potential O-line. Of course, the top tier guy is not really looking generational at really any of the positions, but obviously you have a top 5 wide receiver, which is good, but he's not like, I got to take him in number 1 overall good. Personally, I don't know if any of these guys are. The only guy I would maybe even argue is this safety who, because he's a USC guy, because of the hit power and tackle, he's probably one of those 85 plus overalls, which is great. The problem is he's a safety. Safety's great and all, but I don't really need a safety as much as I needed like an edge rusher, wide receiver type. So no matter what, I think we're going to trade down to like 5. This is the most lore accurate trade down, as of course we've seen the Browns do it in real life, you know, super high up there with the Jaguars. So we're going to try to get a good amount of value out of this one. Maybe even with the Bears here with pick 4 overall, gaining a first, a second, a third, all that stuff. So going to trade down once and potentially take maybe even the safety. We might actually take the safety and then trade up for the remaining edge, wide receiver, maybe high second, perhaps. Either way, it's all going to start with this trade down, which we got to make a good decision with. And I suppose the Panthers are probably giving us our best offer. We get a first, second, and third next year from a team that probably will not be great yet again. And I think they could even be making that trade up for a QB. See if they actually do that or not. And they do not. It's a lineman. That's a little surprising. Do I really take safety pick 5 overall, though? That's the question. Also, with how long of a rebuild this is, I'm going to have to stop the yap. I might have to start going into just who we take, and then we move on. That wide receiver is very interesting. He's like the only like top tier guy. I really didn't expect to take wide receiver that high. We could go lane. The thing is, if I don't go lane or trap, we're literally just going to be stuck with the guys we got. But do I really take a... I mean, safety is a big problem. This guy looks like one of those guys. I mean, tell me that isn't one of the guys. He's a USC guy. We always see them develop well. They're always a high overall. I'm going to take him. I believe he's going to be one of them. And he's number 1 over. Yeah, he is one of the USC high hit power safeties. 100%. A 91 speed, 90 excel, hidden dev. I think that's generational, if I'm not mistaken. That works for me. That absolutely works for me. I mean, the wide receiver looks good, right? But he doesn't look so good I have to take him, even with the top 5. The fact that he's falling this far tells me maybe I'm not wrong either. Do we trade up to the Raiders? We could definitely trade up to the Raiders, but can we get an edge rusher still? That's the question. All right, we trade a first, fourth this, a fourth next, and Nathaniel Watson to the Raiders for 13, which will be a wide receiver, J.J. Wayne. Please be good. He's going to be normal dev, but as long as he's like 78 plus. Oh, he actually is hidden. Okay, I really thought like 78, 79 overall normal, but I can live with that, right? Like, sure, I'm always aiming for the devs, but if I think the guy's a high overall, which the top 5 confirms that, yeah, I'm still down to take them. As edge rusher is falling pretty nicely right now. I think the only edge that went was 1. There's another one. How many edge went? So 1, 2. I think I had like 5. So once we get to that 3 mark, then we maybe look. Like, we're going to screw over our line for sure. But for right now, this draft could not really be going much better. We are playing this almost perfectly. And here we are with the same amount of edge rushers after that wide receiver pick as there was before. I was actually trying to trade up to 32 to get the 5th-year option, but it didn't really work out that way. So we're down to 3 rushers, Stephen Long, Ben Gant, and Victor Poole. Whoever the best of the 3 is who we're going to take. And Gant was the best of the bunch with his athleticism, and of course his skills were similar to everyone else. So Ben Gant is going to be our pick. Just be hidden. That's all I ask. 25 true, I can live with that. And he's hidden. Like I said, that's all I ask. Really good draft so far. Like, again, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like, we still have a first-round pick next year that we got, you know? Safety, maybe another safety. How good were they? I think they either had speed or coverage, which I think McCoy might have had both. Like, that's not amazing, but it's good. Could go with a day 3 lineman as well. I need multiple linemen. I need at least 2 starters. You could argue we need 5 guys, right? It's great. I'm going McCoy. Ronald McCoy just looks too good not to. 64 true. And he's hidden! Ah, man, I can't start over Delpit. Delpit's got to start. So he had a good season. He went to Superstar. He'll be our backup for now. He'll just be he'll be learning. We have wow, Knox is still there as a day 3er. Holy lag. I couldn't even like go in there. All right, Eric Knox looks decent enough. Definitely built as a center, even though he's 6'4". Dev and Nev, there you go. Again, I need 2 starters this year, but as far as like long term, how do we have all these 5th round picks? It's got to be like a real life thing, right? Got ourselves a decent power blocker in Nelson Chambers with the next pick, 50 true, hidden dev. I get so yappy in these that I gotta really think about it. Make sure that we're just grabbing players at times, because I'm gonna be honest with you, you're probably gonna see a little bit less of this draft and the future drafts than previous rebuilds. McClung's going to be the next pick. 6'3", 344. 12 true talent, by the way. Wow. What a pick he was. Obviously, you know, the trend's going to continue. We're going to take the last lineman. It's funny how I'm picking and choosing, yet we're literally just grabbing them all. It doesn't really matter. Again, I can't really lower the sliders for O-line without hurting the top end as well. Ooh, that guy sucked. I did. That's why I chose him last, though, you know, because I was the most hesitant about him. He's not a bad player for a 6th-round pick, but as far as what we're looking for, yeah, he's kind of useless. Definitely need more O-line in the future, but yeah, as far as, you know, that goes, kind of have to just keep them at base, because otherwise the top end will suck. 77 true talent. The guy had a high... well, true talent, I suppose. Look at the Jets with 3 in a row there. Not really in a row, but, you know, down on the line, it looks like it's in a row. We spent $21 million on these rookies, by the way. And, yeah, there he is, 85 overall, Trevor Moulton. He is actually really athletic for a 99 hit power. It's actually kind of crazy. If you look at this guy, this might be the best one we've seen. Like, we did the whole, you know, looking at 30 drafts with the highest strength sliders, all that stuff. 60 drafts we looked at through 2 videos, and this guy could be the best out of all of them. Like, how do you beat 91 speed, 99 hit power? I mean, most of the guys like 86, 87 speed. He's got zone coverage, he's got hit power, he's got speed, he's got height. You know, this guy's insane. Of course, speaking of insane, JJ Wayne, 78, 79, that's what I was hoping for, and that's exactly what we got. Hidden development trade. Now, if he's higher than, like, star, I would be pretty surprised. And yeah, it's kind of, you know, there's some builds out there. We got to change that face, by the way. Normally I don't care, but no, I care. I care this time. He looks a little more like the build, right? He's like 6'1", 200 or something. Ben Gant maybe finally found a successful counterpart to Myles Garrett. Now that we have Myles Garrett for many more years. Kind of crazy how old he's gotten. Only started elementary. Kind of expected that, though, to be fair. And then O-line, I do want to... Well, I guess you have the safety, too. I do want to see McClung. This guy looked like a superstar build. I don't know why. He just looks like a superstar build to me. Got to move him over to left guard anyway, so... I'm thinking this guy's a superstar, but let's find out. He is not. I'm wrong. And then, hell, even these... You know, even doing this draft recap, we might only start recapping the players that are, like, true starters or guys that we think are going to be long-term names on the team. Because, again, this is going to be a long video. Hey, generational kicker in free agency. We're not going to re-sign him because he's going to want like $6 million per year, but we'll take him for now. All right, Season 2 team. I mean, there's some upgrades. The offensive line, obviously. A lot of blue. A lot of blue is good. Still need to replace the right tackle. Still arguably need to replace the left guard. We'll see, you know, what they look like down the line, especially Petonio, who could retire like this upcoming season. The rest of the guys, Judkins gets the start now. And then, of course, Sanders, 70 overall. I'm not loving it. He's already 24. It's getting tough to develop without the dev up there. Of course, the face, sure, that's Shedeur Sanders, all right. Of course, looking at the defensive side of the ball, we got the wide receivers now on the offensive side of the ball as well. But defense, this looks like perfect. I mean, what do you replace here? Strong safety? Well, we got McCoy. Probably move Moulton over, to be fair. But, you know, linebackers are great. D-line is solid. This team... It's really just you worry about the age. And even then, I mean, not really too worried about that even, right? Like Newsom's 26, Denzel's 29, but, you know, a couple of years with him. Sure, for a 10, 15-year rebuild, you're worried about that, but who aren't you worried about, right? Like I'm worried about Judkins if we do 15 years. I'm worried about Wayne if we do 15 years. So as of right now, this team has actually turned around pretty quickly. I don't hate where we're at. We needed that. Shedeur Sanders is star development trait, baby. Lego. All right, negotiations, Grant Delpit. While that could not have been better timing, Grant Delpit needs a contract, even though he is good. Other than a 1-year tag and trade kind of situation, I don't know if I want to keep him. I'll do a 1-year 12 as my max, because even as a backup, I'd take 12 mil for Delpit, especially considering how much money we have going forward here. We're going to lose Watson soon. Oh, it's right here. Oh, no wonder why all that money's back. Sweet. Sumalo is wasted by it, but hey, we're actually not having a bad year, which is one thing. And two, you get paid $12 million to sit on the bench. I don't think you're too upset with that if you're him, right? Of course, Gonzalez, we talked about $6 million per year. Pretty damn close to it. He's playing pretty well. I mean, having a kicker like him would be insane. Do a 4-year deal worth 6 per. A 3-year deal, whatever. It's just as good. I don't really care as long as we got him for a couple of years. Mitchell, obviously at that price, I'm willing to do, honestly, a 4-year 12. 4-year 13 is probably my max, but hey, star dev slot, that's not bad. But yeah, maybe you keep one of the linemen. Maybe you keep the safety. We'll see. And the insane choke is real. I don't know why this happens in almost all of our rebuilds lately, but we should have been a walk-in-the-park playoff team. And with a loss, I think we're out. We do win. We clutched up after the choke. 10-7. Really good year, actually. But look at how it started. I mean, you win 4 in a row, then you lose 3, then you get back on track with 3 in a row. You lose 1, you win another. You're like, oh, that's fine. 3 more losses against very beatable teams. Titans, Saints, Falcons. You're telling me at this point, you're not thinking, oh, this is playoffs and easily. And no, we almost choked. Thankfully, we won right at the end. Unbelievable. The NFC South almost just completely took us out. Shedeur Sanders, 27 touchdowns, 10 picks, 3,500 yards. We are running the Lions playbook. I figured Shedeur's got a little bit of Jared Goff to him. I feel is pretty fair, right? Kind of. Got some vibes, like the throw power, the accuracy kind of stuff. Very similar. But here's Judkins as the starter. I don't know how Sampson played for us last year. Not very good comparatively, right? 3.5 yards per carry versus Judkins, who was 3.8. So, I mean, it's a good duo, right? It worked out. Whatever. It might not be the best yards per carry, but it worked out for both of them. Jerry Jeudy hopefully gets a superstar. Wayne as a rookie. I could have focused him, but I figured he's already on a very good trajectory, being a high overall rookie. Maybe I should have still done that because we could have locked in rookie of the year, all that good stuff. But one, Jerry Jeudy get a dev up because we could have those two as our top 2 wide receivers for the next 3 to 5 years. Myles Garrett still struggling. I guess you have to change scheme because Myles Garrett getting 9 sacks when I've seen guys like, Parsons and Watt and whatnot put up like 30 plus. Yeah, that's horrible, right? That's horrible in this Madden market. Hell, that's horrible in real life for him, right? Gant, 7 sacks, really good for a rookie, considering, once again, that would almost tie Myles Garrett. So you would have thought he got injured. Gonzalez, his percentage got lower and lower, but he's a rookie. Usually the rookies just do badly. They just sim that for some reason. McQueen with a touchdown, by the way. Yearly awards. Joe Burrow wins another MVP, which is fantastic. Obviously, we love to see that. Ben Gant, Rookie of the Year. There you go. Wayne, that sucks. Could have had both. Any other dev ups? No guarantees, but a couple guys came close. Number 2 on the list. Will say, though, again, trying to cut the video to not be 3-4 hours long. Probably not going to see as much gameplay as well. Maybe a big play here or there, but it's just the way it is. Don't want a 5 to 6 hour rebuild, 2.5, I can live with it. Maybe even 3, but 4, 5, 6, no. Either way, though, first playoff berth. Let's see if we can do it. Also, I think if we win a Super Bowl, we'll probably just sim every other playoff game beyond that. If again we win a Super Bowl, and then if we get to the Super Bowl, we'll go in there and sim it. But of course, first half was all Bills. Second half, all Browns. And there goes the choke. Don't know what happened. It was a fumble, pick, whatever. And they actually do get the stop, but, I mean, the clock is gone. Offense just struggling hard. Can I audible Wayne for a go route? He's very fast. I think you got to take that chance. He actually kind of has him. And Wayne holds on. I don't know what you do here. Keep those 3 timeouts in case you don't get the onside kick. You can at least stop the clock. I mean, it only took us 20 seconds to get down the field. Wayne. It's a great throw, and he gets a hand on him. Damn. How do you even change throw it away? Damn it, dude. We might just kick a field goal here. Yeah, this play kind of sucks, though. We, don't even really have a good look. It's the safest chance we have. We wasted a lot of clock. What the hell? Wait. It gets this crazy? Am I insane? Oh! Wait. I'm so confused. What? Like, tell me that wasn't way too hard of a field goal for no reason. Am I crazy? Like, we're down 10. 30 seconds left. We need to either get the onside kick or have 15 seconds to go like 80 yards. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me complaining. Like, that was... I don't know. It is what it is. We lost the game. That's all there is to be said. And the kicker's a superstar. Okay, let's move past it. Let's not get hung up on the details. Even though it's not really a detail, it is a full-on what just happened in the game moment. And speaking of the Detroit Lions, they actually win a Super Bowl, so maybe not a bad playbook in general to have. I suppose it is mainly due to the roster, especially when it comes to winning, but I will say base sliders, Sanders went up 9 overalls. So, I mean, maybe the sliders don't, the XP sliders don't need to go that high. Maybe we can chill a little bit. 82 overall for Wayne, 3 overalls with a 900-yard season. I guess, maybe. Totally worth it, though. I mean, if you're telling me, would you rather have Jerry Jeudy at Superstar or Wayne at Superstar? Well, I get it. Wayne probably would have been like an 87, 88 overall. I would take this. I think we can keep Jerry Jeudy around longer. Wayne will still develop well. Then, of course, Bitonio retires on us, and Conklin, actually. Judkins, 83 overall. This is okay. For year 3, this is okay. Looking across the board, Gant, of course, goes to Superstar because of the Rookie of the Year win. And then a bunch of freaking linebackers went up, which is fantastic. Joke goes to Superstar, which is awesome. And obviously, we see Schweisinger. He went all the way up to X Factor. He's from Star to Superstar, then the next season goes to X Factor. So linebackers are on the up. If you bought stock in our linebackers early, you are living good right now because our stock is up at linebacker. Team looks great. Myles Garrett, I think, is 31, by the way, which is definitely a little scary. We'll confirm these retirements real quick, just in case there's someone else we didn't see. Malo, which, we didn't really play him. And then the fullback, who was actually a tight end. We got to go to re-signings. $124 million. We don't really have anyone to pay because Delpit, he decided not to join us. Not going to pay him $20 million just to trade him, which he is probably worth at least a 3rd-round pick. In real life, probably closer to a 4th, but we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Wonder what that draft pick is like that we traded for. It was the Panthers after all, so you got to assume, right? I don't think they were in the playoffs. Let's take a look at those draft picks while we're at it. And pick 8. That's not bad. Pick 8. Of course, the 2nd and 3rd round picks for pick 8 as well. The equivalency. Aiden Hutchinson, they must have tagged him because he's a free agent now a couple years later. We don't need him, though, thankfully. Safety, wide receiver. Don't really need him right now either. Elton Jenkins. Actually could use him and move him to right tackle. Position that he's actually pretty familiar and comfortable with. So that is a guy we'll go for. Got a lot of money. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just not spend it? Corners are pretty good. O'Neal, we're going to go with the Elton Jenkins route. Delpit is getting an offer. And yeah, everyone else is, players that aren't better than our guys or are too old for us to start still. If Njoku was gone, though, I probably would have went Tucker Kraft. Not going to. And yeah, I mean, we're in a good spot. We made the playoffs, kind of close to beating them. And the team looks great. Wow, surprisingly, we actually don't get Elton Jenkins. He goes to the Titans for less money, mind you. Why? Anyone want to hazard a guess? All right, here we are on the draft pick. 8 overall. Scouted wide receiver further because, even though I do say I want Jerry Jeudy to be that guy, could move him to slot, right? And this guy's a 4-2-4 guy, so definitely intriguing. Bunch of tight ends. Definitely look at that position as well. And I think there's a corner we like. Oh, he's better than I thought. He's a top 5er. Scouted this guy because he was the best outside of the very top guys. He had an A zone. The rest of the guys are like D or C man coverage B zone. I think Raymond's the best, but am I taking him pick 8 overall? I don't know. Either way, one thing's for sure, I am not trading up, so let's go to 8, see what we got. And this is tough because I really do like Matthew Thomas, dude. He is fast as hell, but I don't really need wide receiver just yet. I don't think I do. Raymond is still there. We talked about, would we take him top 5 overall? I think I would. Or top 8 anyways. I think I would. So Tyreek Raymond's going to be our choice. 3 true talent. Just please be hidden. Nice. I mean, these guys at these really high overalls, a lot of times I expect them to be normal. So the fact that he's not is pretty impressive. And I think the wide receiver is still there. I mean, I kind of have to take him, right? Like, wow, all the corners are gone, by the way. I pretty much have no choice. I'm going to have to take him. He's there. Matthew Thomas, number 3 wide receiver. Or if he's hidden, maybe he's number 2. And Jerry Jeudy goes to slot. Who knows? And he is hidden. 98 speed hidden dev. This draft has gone very well for us. Take a look, though. What do we have in the second? Yeah, tight ends. Garrison, who's good. Jones is good. And then Medina is good. They're all pretty fast, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, Garrison looks like the best of the bunch. He's 6'6", with a 4.51 40. You have another 4.51 with Byron, who's a little bit more balanced with his speed. And then Medina, who looks great, too. So, I mean, I'm willing to just go down until one of them is the last remaining. Looking like our future starting tight end. Jones goes. Very glad to see some tight ends go because I do not want the choice. I would much rather see these tight ends go in front of us and we just take the last one because I don't want to make the wrong call. Problem is, I still have to make the choice because there is 2 of them. Who the hell do you choose, dude? Garrison's younger. He's a big dude. But Medina looks more balanced, right? Like, he looks better across the board. He's even a better run blocker than a 6'6 Garrison. Thing is, Garrison looks like a special build. 6'6", 240 with that speed seems insane. Got it. Dude, he looks so good. 35 true talent. And he's hidden. 88 speed, 88 excel at 6'6". He's insane. Wow, these drafts have been some of the best we've ever had. That is great. Peralta's still there. I mean, I don't even really need DT, but the value is maybe too immense not to grab. I'm going to take Roger Peralta. Screw it. This will probably be our first normal dev. 61 true talent. Yeah, normal dev. Kind of felt it, but again, I don't really need much right there, so take a good value pick and call it a day. Maybe could have traded down for a future, I guess. What else do we have? Also, if you couldn't tell, we had a 6'9" tight end. Maybe we still grab him because he's UDFA. Jose Torres gets some depth at linebacker. He's not great, but he's good. He's okay. Maybe take a lineman. Got a couple of day 3s. Might be the way to go. Any, like, tackle types? UDFA, that's about it. 2 UDFAs are, like, the best at tackle. 1 or 2, but he's short. Kind of debating it. We'll have to see. Screw it. These guys have really not been great for me, but I'm going to take another DT. We'll have 4 defensive tackles, all pretty young. Colvin. Hidden. All right. I just, like, turned my head so hard like a parrot. I was like, oh, cool. And screw it. Holcomb actually looks really good. He could be a guard for us. 6'3", 322. He's big. That is not a center. I don't care what anyone says. 31 true talent. Normal dev. Okay, well, he's not going to be that. All right, hopefully these UDFAs hit because we are not hitting on that hit right there. That was not a bad player, but yeah, normal dev. No, thank you. I am not interested in starting normal dev, guys. So we move down the list and I suppose take Columbus. 6'4" could be our right tackle. Come on, somebody be hidden, please. Now, the 32 true? How is that even possible? Hidden dev, 91 strength. Like, that was not our only 32 true, right? Like, I'm pretty sure the other guy was literally just 32. Unless he was 31, I don't know. Either way, keep it all moving on. Gonna grab the other tall guy now, even though I don't need him anymore since we just grabbed the other guy, but sure. 52 true talent. Hidden dev. 6th round, we're gonna go right back to it. If we lose the tight end, so be it. We have like 3 tight ends already, but another hit. That 3rd round guy, definitely not worth it. Let's take a look at the overall. So a bunch of hidden linemen. We get the hidden corners, 78 overall. He's 6 foot tall, so he does fit as like the slot a little bit, I suppose, and maybe even has a better chance to win Rookie of the Year in the slot anyways. But this is definitely some sort of starter for us, one way or the other. Whether he's a number 3 for right now, number 2 going down, whatever. He's going to be one of the 3 for sure. Then we look at Matthew Thomas, 76 overall. I wonder if we could trade off our tight end, though. Like, Jerry Jeudy's probably not somebody to trade off, unless he has a contract year. Star dev for Thomas, who's really fast, by the way. But, yeah, unless Njoku or Jerry Jeudy are in contract years, don't know if we're going to be able to start them just yet, but we've got some really good backups. These backups are really solid. 89, I don't really like any of those numbers. 81 probably was the best we had. Start of element right there. And I think that's it. I mean, like, yeah, I guess we'll take a look at the other tight ends maybe. So the first one, Byron Jones, normal dev. I got to be honest with you. I might have taken him over Garrison if I had the choice. 6'6" is hard to pass on, but that guy Yeah, we probably would have taken Garrison. 6'6" with the 40 time he had. He just looked like a special build, right? And then Medina, also hidden development trait. Could have the choice between the guy we took and Medina, so we'll see the Dev. Dev is king for sure in this situation. And yeah, Dev is king. I was about to say, Dev is king, so obviously if he had a higher Dev, even if our guy's taller, no, the Medina is, yep. That kind of sucks. Oh, well. I like our guy anyways, but yeah, could have been better. All right, here we go for, what, Season 3 now? Oh, it was Curtis that was hidden dev. My bad. Whole offensive line's been replaced. A bunch of star plussers. Don't know if any of the guys we just drafted are superstar, but the guys last year were not. Tight end, Njoku, probably his last year of being truly great. So Garrison will be the starting tight end next year. It does suck how much, like, rookies developing matters, like how much playing them as a rookie matters, because we probably get Garrison, especially with like the Chiefs scheme, to like an 82 overall if we start him. Yet maybe he gets 80, 70, 80, 77, 78 at most as a backup. So it's like, the team's not ready to win a Super Bowl yet anyways, even though they just made the playoffs. You really should be starting the rookie, but we're going to play the realism, and Njoku would be the starter. Of course, looking at the defense, I love it. Like, you really can't hate what's going on here on the defense. You're maybe worried about edge in the future for Miles, but for now, another 2 years minimum, maybe 3 or 4 of him being the starter. So if that's the case, we're fine for now. Team looks good. See if we can do something with it. Again, these have been the sliders. So again, I don't know. Maybe we don't need to bump those sliders up too much. I will say, though, it gives us a vast advantage not bumping them, because the AI, they're going to be starting the oldest of the old, so they have no chance to develop those guys, whereas we're going to constantly be starting young players, and they're going to develop really almost no matter what your sliders are. And speaking of Jerry Jeudy, he does need a contract. So does Joke, Denzel Ward, Mike Hall. That's actually not bad for us at all. Bond, I mean, he's a good backup, but we never got him to develop, sadly. Yeah, I don't know. Jerry Jeudy, it's an interesting one, because we have Thomas waiting in the mix. We do a 2-year deal, I would definitely do it. 2-year 54. I don't know. Higher than 2 years, it's going to be a tough one. Joke will do the 4-year deal just because he's a superstar. Glad to do it. Very cheap contract. This is the same linebacker. Denzel Ward. Definitely do a 1-year deal for him. Still have a lot of money because Shedeur doesn't need a contract just yet, but he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. Mike Hall, this is a 7-year deal. Not a 1-year, 7-year deal. 7-year 108, that is pure theft. We'll definitely take contracts like those every day of the week. And then Bond, I do want to keep around. 2-year 8. Love for him to develop, but we found better options, and the slot receiver is not developing on this team. Thomas going to need a starting job at some point here, otherwise he's going to be the same thing, and he actually has star dev. Hey, Ganson X Factor. We'll take it. To the playoffs. What we looking like? Looking like a team that's lucky to be in at 9-8. Gets you a playoff spot this year in the AFC. Apparently, as you can see here, a little bit of a choke near the end of the season, as per usual, but good enough to make it anyway. Shedeur Sanders. Ooh. Yeah, that Lions scheme not really doing us too well here, huh? Not looking so good with it compared to the actual Lions themselves, but yeah. Also, I forgot to change the defensive scheme, but at the same time, Hall's having no issues. Gant's doing well. Ward, 3 picks, 2 for Raymond, 1 for Joke. Kicking was great. Missed 1 kick out of 23. It's actually really impressive. Kick return, punt return game, not so much. Take a look at the stats and awards. In-season awards. Let's go to the yearly awards, actually. Joe Burrow, MVP. Let's take a look at if we won anything. We, of course, did not. And with that being said, GG. GG. No dub ups for us. Let's actually take a look at the Lions, though. Just take a look. What do we got? I mean, the Lions, Jared Goff, they got a really good offense. 3,500 yards, 34 touchdowns. So, better than us for sure, but not an offense that's, going to get you the stats you're hoping for. So, might be another change there. Let's go against these Chargers, though, as, again, we're in the playoffs. You never know. All right, going to the end of the game. 7-0. 7-7. 10-7, a lot better start than last year, I'll tell you that much. 10-14. Chargers up 7, up 10 now. Second half, down 10. Offense gets a touchdown. 6-point game. Come on, Cleveland. Please. Who's got the ball? Is it us? All right, we're moving. 3rd and 1. First and 10. Driving down nicely, and then that is gone. 3rd and 19. You need this. You need this. You need it. A lot of faith in 2 routes here. Thomas's route, and then, of course, is it Jerry Jeudy over there? There's Jerry Jeudy. 3 seconds left. I don't know why the clock's running so crazily. It's a little bit of a late throw, but it'll get there. Left foot not down. That's got to be a field goal. You have no choice. Damn, that sucks. I don't know how he doesn't get that foot down. That's a little overthrown, but it's there. Field goal is missed from 43 yards out from a guy that missed 1 kick all year. They ran down the field like they were the ones losing, and we lose 17-31. Fantastic. I did my part. I set up what would have been maybe a 4th and 4, 4th and 5 on a 3rd and 19. We lost to a guy that threw 3 picks. Ew. Missed 2 field goals, huh? Nice. Missed more field goals in the playoff game, a singular playoff game, than he did all season long. That is a tough beat. What is that all about? We might be the most unlucky people in the world, then that's what it is. Rams, Steelers, okay, kind of a new one. Steelers obviously have won some Super Bowls in their time, so it's not like they're new to the Super Bowl scene, but new matchup, I guess. Haven't seen that in Madden rebuilds. Wow, 17-0. It is very rare to see a team just not score, but that happened. It happened right there. Offensive DevOps, none. Oh, wow. Njoku needs to go. He has regressed so hard. Talked about it, 77-78 overall. Garrison's a 78 overall. Judkins, though, 87. Samson, though, 85 on literal base XP sliders. Jerry Jeudy also stated that he doesn't want to return, so we'll see what happens there. Joke's an X Factor, Gant's an X Factor, and no one else went up a dev, but huge DevOps for the defense. Oh, yeah. Wait, when did you get... Oh, he got it... I don't know when the hell he got that. A scenario? I don't remember. I thought it said he's still superstar. Or did we know? I don't know. Either way, he's an X Factor. Who gives a damn? And then, of course, Joke. Big one, because we just paid him a 4-year deal at 27 years old, so should stick around as long as possible for his age. See what happens with Jerry Jeudy. If it's under, like, $35 million per year... Well, not per year, but you know what I mean? On the year, we probably do tag him. Just because we were going to pay 28 per anyways over 2, you know, per year for 2 years. Because I don't want to do a 4-year at 28 years old. We see what, you know, happening with Njoku. Those regressions are hard. When you're 36, I'll do it. 36 is, you know, it's like, okay. Graham, we just seen what we had to pay Hall. Might be around 20 per year if it stays as is. So not going to do the 5th year. And then punting, we just get a new punter every year. Who cares? The one position that a lot of teams do kind of just rotate on. Of course, 95 mil. Could do a 1-year signing. Cooper DeJean's good, but corner's actually pretty good for us right now. I can't lie. Our corner 3 is sitting at corner 3 because we have 2 guys in front of him that are just a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, other than maybe grabbing a punter, free agency is weak. We don't really need anyone. We're moving on to the draft. Right, we're in the draft. We have pick number 20. Got a couple of wide receivers. You know, Jerry Jeudy's going to be gone, and I kind of feel Thomas is more of a slot guy. Got some linebackers we scouted. I mean, it's a weak class, and we don't really need much anyways. So, honestly, with us being in a good spot, having a weak class is good for us, right? If we're not getting better, but we don't need to, that means the other teams aren't getting better, but they do need to, you know? Every team seemingly has a quarterback, so honestly, there's potential to maybe even take a QB if one falls. Wide receivers we just talked about could use a traditional wide receiver 1/2 in Shepard. Problem is, you do have another super speedy in Baptiste. Kind of hard to pass on a 4-2-4. He's got my name as well. He's stealing my name. I got to go Baptiste, 7 true talent. Also hidden dev, mind you. Yeah, things are going pretty well. All right, things are going all right. All of those linebackers are gone, by the way, so if we want one, we might have to take one now. Day 3 at 2. Pick 20 in the 2nd round. Could you imagine? The guy's good, but is he that good? I don't know. Let's trade down. Not an amazing trade, but we'll take it. Buffalo's going to move us down to 30. They're going to give us a 4th-round pick to do so. The linebacker's still there. We're happy. Eric Riley, backup anyways, but, you know, maybe he is a starter at some point. 41 true. That's good. And he's in dev. All right, he would have been worth it at 20. I mean, to be fair, he was worth it at 30. So, yeah, I mean, good draft pick. Those day 3ers, you kind of have to go early for. A lot of them will go late 2nd, early 3rd now. Where before it was like you could pretty much almost always get them the next round, you know? Of course, Thomas Pryor, I have no idea how good he is. Don't have anything on him. Throw power, or throw on the run, throw under pressure, all that stuff. I mean, he might be worth it. Honestly, I'm going to take him. Thomas Pryor. Let's see what he's like. 96 true. That's not bad for a third rounder. And he's hitting. That is not bad at all. So if we can't afford Shedeur, or Shedeur just doesn't develop with, you know, a different scheme, because we're probably going to run a different scheme, you do have that backup plan, but I guess the whole point of this rebuild was to see this thing out with Shedeur, so probably unlikely. A little bit of a fast safety, you know. I put on the board anything I can, okay? Anyone that looks halfway decent is going on the board. McMahon looks good. Our fifth DT now, if you will. 80 true talent. Also hidden dev. So we're actually getting pretty lucky because even, was it Colvin, I think? There's been a lot of DT Colvins, and almost all of them have been hidden. I think we had one normal dev, but unless it's just the same draft class or something, I don't even know. But now it's time to draft linemen, and you can't beat a pure pass blocker. And Isaiah Allen almost said Thomas. 44 true talent, hidden development. Then we have a big fella in Brendan Shaughnessy. Looks really good. 342, 6'4", 56 true, hidden dev. And I almost feel like we do have to make like some sort of rule for what we can draft in the future, because I'm going to be honest, it is too easy to draft O-lineman. Alex Bennett, we're going to go with a running back, change it up a little bit. 26 true, could be hidden. And he is. I don't think we're going to have much use for him, but we do have Sampson needing a contract soon, and I suppose that's a way out of having to pay him. And final player, Ramon Feliz will be the last lineman, 57 true, with also hidden dev. Actually, no, we have a 7th round pick. We'll go again. Or maybe we go special team where we need a punter. Punter's side, but we got a fullback. Thing is, I think we already have a fullback. I'm pretty sure I paid like a 4-year deal to a fullback because he was a high overall young player, but I suppose you can never have enough good players. 49 true talent is 2nd round level. Then I took a random wide receiver. Yeah, he's all right. Take a look at that draft recap. 78 overall for the wide receiver, 74 for the linebacker. Even the quarterback was 71. I kind of want to look at him the most. Everyone else is kind of a backup on this team. I mean, obviously so is the QB, but it's a quarterback. It's a hidden dev quarterback. What do you want? I'm going to be excited no matter what the dev is, which it is Superstar. So, I mean, you got yourself arguably a longer-term starter as your backup because there's just nothing else for us to draft. I mean, at this point, it's just, there's a reason why I only do 5-year rebuilds most of the time. Even though we don't always win, we usually build one of the best, if not the, wow, and the guy's Superstar. We build, you know, the best or one of the best teams in the league almost every time. So you give me 10 years to do it. Yeah, the other teams are going to fall off. They're going to fail to keep up with us. Their teams are going to go broke. Their talent's going to fall off. You know, we're going to do pretty well for ourselves. Let's take a look at what Riley's dev is, star dev. But yeah, another good draft in the books. We'll move around the linemen how we see fit. And I guess we'll take a look at the running back as well and head on to the next season, which we haven't had the most playoff success. So say what I will about building up a roster, not really winning either. Oh, wow, the guy's Superstar. Yeah, that definitely confirms we are letting Sampson go, I think. Maybe even, you know what? We might trade him off for like a 2nd round pick. The guy's got potential. There's some pretty damn good offers, which there should be. Dylan Sampson's a 23-year-old with 85 overall. You know? I mean, it's arguable that he should be the starter on this team instead of Judkins. Might even take a look at that, but if not, I don't know if I want Barron from the Broncos, but I want somebody or a very good draft pick. Like, this is a 2nd round draft pick worthy player, minimum. I mean, that is a very good overall for that young of an age. Which, I mean, you got to say, Judkins, he's a year older, but he is better. I mean, this running back duo, we talked about it. It's a good duo. Problem is we have Bennett now, and I don't want to pay Sampson. Broncos are starting J.K. Dobbins. If they want him, they're paying a 2nd round pick. There you go. Super future 6th round pick with Carlton Davis and Romero is just to get the trade through for David Njoku, who is on a final year. We're starting Garrison. Fannon's a great backup anyway, so we don't need him. So I have no idea how much audio I lost, but this is what the team looks like. Wait, what the hell's going on here? Why is this dev revealed? I mean, we simmed maybe the preseason, I guess. We simmed a bit, but yeah, his dev is revealed. This is what the team looks like, though. You know, for year number 4, looks pretty damn good in my opinion. Might need to boost those XP sliders a little bit on the offensive line, but other than that, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, defensively, you know, looking really good too. Maybe some corner slash DT XP slider boost, but overall, I definitely think you can get away with base XP sliders if you're playing all the games. But yeah, if you're not playing all the games and you're just, you're simming like we are, you need some bumps, especially at that O-line position. But here it is, year 4. Could it be the year? Yeah, we're having a very shockingly bad season. I can't lie. We got some quarterback. Oh, my Lord. We're paying Shedeur Sanders pennies. I mean, he hasn't played well, to be fair. So, while this could be a playing until Shedeur Sanders retires rebuild, he doesn't necessarily have to retire on our team. We'll do a 5-year. He'll be 31 at that point. Money problems shouldn't even be a thing by then if, you know, the players we keep are the players that are good. So, you know, Schweichinger probably could have done more than 5, but 5 years I think is fine. And then Judkins will do a 5-year there as well. I mean, a little bit bump. But yeah, we're actually looking good. We're looking fine. Graham, you know, cheaper than we would have thought. Ward's probably gone. And then that's, like, really it, right? Like, obviously you have some future guys, but not right now. Headed to the playoffs, and I think we're not going to be in them. I decided to change the playbook after a really bad start of the season. But guess what? Playbook didn't change. Playbook didn't change anything. We still sucked. Changed the playbook here. We won 2 in a row. Then we lost 2, won 1, lost 1, won 1, lost 1. So, I mean, it was better, but it was still not a good season. Shedeur, touchdown to pick ratio is good, but the touchdowns and yards themselves, especially the touchdowns, very low. And then the worst part is, it's not even going to the run game. The run game sucks too, so I don't know what the hell to do with this. But I suppose it's a good time to have a rebuild that is more than 5+ years, huh? Myles Garrett back to 16, you know, back to good sacks, if you will. Gannon 10.5, but then the DTs take a hit. So there is really no winning with this team. One thing is good, the other thing is bad. Every single time. 31st offense, I'm sure of it. Looking at the MVP, Mahomes. Anything for us? No. No awards for us. Oh, never mind. We got one. Best O-line for a backup. Fantastic. Winner of the Packers-Steelers Super Bowl rematch is the Steelers. They get a little bit of revenge there. Let's take a look at our DevUps, which, I mean, I don't know who would have got one on our team. Nobody is the answer to that one. At least on offense. Defensively, what do we got? Everyone's an X-Factor linebacker. That's something to see, I suppose. Leo Chanel now an X-Factor dev linebacker. His linebacking unit's insane, though. You gotta admit it. But the problem is the rest of the team, apparently, according to them, is not. We're going to be using Newsome and Raymond as our starters this season coming up. But probably going to need a new corner. Is Newsome not so young himself either. So looking at corner is one of our top needs in the draft. And that's kind of it, right? Like, wide receiver Jerry Jeudy's going to go, but we have, you know, Wayne, Thomas, and Baptiste kind of chilling at that position too. I mean, the team's good. Just, you know, it doesn't look as good as some of our other rebuilds because, of course, we have the sliders on lower. So we are one of the best teams in the league. As you can see, Jeffrey Simmons retiring. That's kind of crazy. We got a couple of retirements, mainly backup level talent, though. Not even mainly, literally only backup level talent. And then, of course, $75 million. We paid pretty much everyone. You got a 5th-year option for Moulton. Definitely worth it. He'll ask for 20 per. Judy, not even a bad contract, but we're moving on. We're going for the youth. Wayne, you know, he'll start, obviously, but 31.5 is too much. Ward's gone. Everyone else, they're gone. They're gone. So looking at free agency, Linderbaum, 17.5. It's actually a lot of money. Mylata, you know, asking for a lot as well. The one downside to our team, I will admit, is probably O-line, but you can't expect somebody to even find a good young lineman or, you know, cornerstone lineman in free agency, let alone develop one with these sliders, apparently. I guess I'm going to have to bump them up to like 170, 180, because the O-line is causing the team to play badly, and the team playing badly is causing the O-line to not develop. Maybe not having the purely playbook-based system is actually a downfall. Who knows? As there seems to be even more randomness than before, which, I don't know. At least before I knew, hey, I can go to like the Packers and have an evenly balanced team and, you know, have a chance to develop. I felt like the Packers were like, choose the Packers playbook and you're going to have at least a top 15 season, which you deserve if you're a top 15 team. All right, we're in the draft with pick number 2 overall, and I, believe it or not, I think I'm going to be trading up. Now, this guy doesn't look like a generational or a guaranteed player that's generational, but he could be. But he's a top 5 guy. He's an edge rusher. Myles Garrett is 33 years old. I don't know what it's going to cost to get up there, but if I have to just trade, you know, a 3rd and a 4th and maybe like a random player I don't care about to guarantee a top 5 edge rusher, at least top 5 true talent, I'm going to do it. I don't know what this team needs, but you can have it all. they want more. YTC is going to be pissed, but I'm trading Bond. First and a second with Peralta and Bond for one spot up. It's basically a whole first-round pick for them to give this move to us, but the drop-off is somewhat dramatic. Rob Woodward, please, for the love of the Lord, please be at least hidden dev. 78 overall hidden. I love it. Ooh, he's not number 1, so he's probably not generational, but he is hidden. 86 speed, 91 excel. That is Myles Garrett's future replacement. Who do they take it to? It is a DT. Imagine they didn't even want him. But it's like, oh, that's who you wanted? No, sweet, I guess. Oh, darn, you stole our player. Like, how could you? They're just laughing at us. Anyone left corner? 2 to 3. He was okay, but he wasn't, like, great. Good speed, you know, potential B man coverage. Not the best. Linebacker, do I take William Pryor? Again, don't really even need a linebacker, but he's one of the best available type moves. So unless you make a trade down, I kind of think that's as far as I'm willing to go here. DT's not a problem. We got our guys for the next 5 to 7 years, so linebacker is potentially a need with Schweichinger. I think I'm going to trade this down. I think I'm going to turn this into a next year second and third, maybe, or a third this, second next. And we get that trade, third this, which is high for the Cowboys, a second and fourth next year from them, which is risky because, I mean, as it stands, that could be a bad draft pick for us, but I am absolutely okay with that. They go linebacker and wide receiver with those moves. Then the next round, we see the day 3 Whitfield. Why not? Athletic, 1 to 2, worked out for us last time with Riley. 27 true talent, dev of normal, sadly. For our next move, another defensive tackle that we probably won't use, but what else am I supposed to use the draft picks on? Ooh. Oh, well, he's hidden dev. Never mind. I was about to say, oh, not a great pick. Rest of the picks, probably going to be trade downs and linemen. We're going to go straight to the draft recap. All right, draft recap. We got a couple of gems later on, but they were all normal. Even the punter, 75 overall, but normal. Hidden dev lineman, I believe. But 80 overall. I'm too busy looking at the back end. I didn't even see 80 overall. That's a lot better than I thought. Now, we've seen a lot of these 86 speed, 91 excel, 85, 86 finesse guys. They're almost always star, but you never know. Could get lucky. Regardless, he's the future replacement for Myles Garrett at some point. And yeah, I mean, as expected, star dev. But still, that's a great draft pick in my opinion. I'll take it. Mike linebacker, he was normal dev, but he is good. That'll be one of our other linebackers, probably our Will backup at least. Yeah, I mean, the team, not a great draft, but we got a really good edge rusher for the future. Lineman, DT for the future. We got some players. We didn't really get a wide receiver, running back, QB, those types of positions, but we got some players. All right, here we are for season number 5. This is, the cutoff point in a normal rebuild. So I suppose, sure, we do have the sliders lower. That might have affected some things. A good team to choose a longer rebuild for, right? Of course, going to be doing at least 10 years. We'll see, because, I mean, again, do 5 more years. Sanders, what, 32, 33? Maybe you're looking at 12 or 13. I'll put it this way. You may have gotten clickbait. Did he go up 1 throw power? I know speed upgrades exist. I think throw power exists, but they are very rare. I think he went up 1 throw power. Unbelievable. But yeah, you might have got clickbaited if this says 15-year rebuild. I wanted to be a 20-year, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know if he's going to last 15 years. So it might be a rounding situation. If we get to 13 seasons, I'm calling it 15. All right. If we get to 17 seasons, I'm calling 30. 20. It's already enough of a jump. 30 would be insane. But yeah, I mean, the team looks good. We have some regressions, right? Looking forward, what you need to look at, maybe more O-line. And then, of course, for sure, corner. Outside of that, though, team looks good. Who can you afford? I don't know, but for right now, team looks good. All right, $93 million. Got to pay the wide receiver. Got to pay Gant. That's a big one. McClung, I think you start letting some of these linemen go. Safety's very well priced. Knox is actually a backup right now. The center we grabbed before was a superstar already. Losing Newsome, and I will say, the money doesn't look great, but you have to factor in that we will not have to pay. Oh crap! That's the kicker. But we won't have to pay Myles Garrett, as soon as next season. So once that's a thing, got a lot more money showing up as well. So we'll pay Gant, we'll pay Wayne, and then honestly, you probably let everyone else, and McCoy, and you let everyone else go, probably. A little bit of losses near the end of the season, but we should still have a spot in the playoffs if I had to guess. Please, help. And yeah, wow, a bunch of losses, though. Like, it was bad. Like, we have this division locked up. If we didn't lose, I think 4 in a row at the end, that's not what I want. I'm pretty sure we lost 4 in a row at the end. let's say 3 in a row. But yeah, I mean, it's still the playoffs, right? We're in them. Take a look at the numbers. Really just lackluster. I mean, he's not throwing picks, but he's also like putting up some garbage numbers. Yards are okay, but touchdowns are so low. Receivers just aren't developing because of it. It's kind of tough. You know, you base everything about ratings. How do you develop a team that needs to develop? You know, like it doesn't exist. I don't know. Gant, really good. He's the number 1 on this team now. Myles Garrett, 10.5. He's still good, but I'm just saying, if he retired the way he's playing right now for us and how much money he's making, I wouldn't be as sad as I thought it would be. That's what I'll say. Penix, the MVP of the league, and ironically enough, that was the playbook we ran this year, so what's the excuse there, right? But yeah, no awards at all. Headed to the playoffs again. It's been a little while. You know, we've kind of had a little bit of a down year, but taking on the Titans. Yes, it's on the road, but we should have a good chance to win this. Here we go. End of the game. Rainy one, by the way. Looks like we have ball left to right. We do. Defense made a short, quick stop, and offense, you know, took advantage of it. Same there. 14-3 now. Halftime score 14-6. Come on, Browns. Come on. Oh, defense is giving it up. No, they're not. And sure, defense is going to hold on. 14-6. If we play like we just did here next game, if it's a better team, yeah, we're probably cooked. Not many other teams that you would be able to get away with a performance like that. Bad quarterbacking performance. Running was pretty bad for us. Offense is just terrible. Oh, my. 7 sacks for Ben Gant. This guy's better than Myles Garrett. That's crazy. That's probably unbeatable, right? 7 sacks in general in a game is a lot. But a playoff game where you're going against, like, you know, the best of the best, even though it's the Titans. Sorry, Titans fans. That's insane. But, of course, Ravens, 85 overall, division matchup. This can be a tough one. Even though we're at home, it's going to be tough. I just want to know who said it was allowed to snow. Okay? 7-3 after the first quarter. Ravens are smoking us. If this is like last game for our offense, we are not winning this game. 14-10, that's already as many points we scored last week. 14-13, we're doing good. 17-13. Okay, slow it down. We're up by 3. Team's actually playing pretty well here. Defense holding. And defense will hold 3.5 minutes. 3rd and 6. I mean, you get any points at all, you win this game. You're moving on to the championship round. It is not hard to see, but the field is insanely bright. Outside on the zig. Great throw. It's slightly behind, though. Enough to make it a 4th and inches. Shedeur Sanders. Not really the best quarterback sneak guy with that size, but we got to do it, I think. I don't know. Dude, this is close. Go for it. He got it. Big moment there. 2-minute warning. I mean, I'm coming into this game again. Let's keep this thing alive. Shedeur Sanders seemingly playing a little bit better this week. I know I'm about to jinx it and throw a pick or something. That's okay for now. Oh, he's so open. It's a great throw! Wayne! I think this is... Where is this? Oh, crap, it's the 9. I've sold so hard. I thought that was like the 14. Oh, I've made a complete error. I mean, I still think it's better to get this clock... I don't know why they're not calling timeout. It's better to get this clock off and kick a field goal than it is to give them 2 whole minutes to work, but I thought we were around the 14-yard line trying to get that first down. We have sold. This is a crazy one. Oh, my Lord, the slip. He almost fumbled. It was so bad. We're about to sell this game because I made a iffy decision, huh? I don't think it's a bad decision, but it is definitely concerning. Oh, and maybe not. So it's not perfect, right? They still have timeouts, but you get the touchdown anyways. You waste a timeout and like a minute. Yeah, that's totally worth it because obviously it's the same result. They just have less time to work with. 4th and 4. We're coming into the game. Why? I mean, I get it. You don't want to give them time, but at the same time, this isn't a 3-point game, right? Where the hell is the formation? What the hell am I doing here? No, whatever. Deep zone. Not quite what I wanted, but sure. It's that 3-man deep, but we're back enough. Come on, joke. 4th and 4. Lamar's going to run and runs right into Mason Graham for the game-losing sack. We're ahead of the championship round. Wow, the Browns, though, coming out of nowhere. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. Year 4, year 5, those are the magical years. Like, don't get me wrong, you see we're higher overall than, you know, both the teams we just played, but that's besides the point. You know, we've been higher overall than most of the opponents we play by year 3 or 4. in most of our rebuilds, but that doesn't mean we win a Super Bowl every time. Really good team effort here, though. No 7 sacks for, Gant this time, but team as a whole made the stops, made the scores. We win the game. We move on. It's a tough team, too. Outside of the Chiefs, there's not really going to be a harder team to play in Sim than the Baltimore Ravens. See if that is the team we're taking on right now in the championship or not. It's not. It's the Raiders. In fairness, they're an 89 overall, so can't discount them. All right, going to the end of the game. Let's see it. The Raiders already score 7. Come on. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. Cleveland, this could be our only chance. 10-3, 10-10, 17-10. There you go. There you go. I like it. 17-17, 20-17, 24-20. I don't like it. Nice defensive stop. We get a score with it. This could be it. Touchdown wins the game. 3rd and 16. I don't know if I want to come into this game because I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to make a bad decision. They come with the blitz, which means, in theory, Baptiste is one-on-one. Safety's across the front, though. Could get him. We're taking it. Perfect throw by Shedeur. Calls game, and they're headed on to the big one. Baptiste, I actually don't even know how well he's played because, we kind of wasted him year 1. Comes away with a huge play. 3rd and 16 conversion. And, of course, we know the Raiders would have had a chance here to, kick a field goal, go for an onside kick, whatever. Don't know why they would go for a field goal when, it would be a 6-point game. But, yeah, they would have had a chance. They got all the way down the field there. Jared Goff, new team. I mean, good, right? Championship round, but I suppose technically same result. Looking at the numbers, Jared Goff did throw 2 picks. Shedeur was perfect. What a game from him. Run game still, pretty disappointing, can't lie. Genty with a lot of yards for them. Damn. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, Gant. What a performance there. A couple interceptions, and of course, a trip to the Super Bowl. Pro Bowl, then Super Bowl. What do we got? Who are we taking on? It is the Rams. Okay, interesting. I was going to make a super crazy reach of Jared Goff, Rams. That's just pointless. Let's take a look at the dev-ups if we had any offensively. Garrison. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take any dev-up we can get, obviously. Emmanuel Garrison. I don't think I've ever seen someone's Emmanuel spelled like that. Interesting. Defensively, anyone new? This looks new. Something looks different here. Oh, is it just the free safety? It's great, though. We paid him a 6-year deal, so superstar dev for him. Works for me. Of course, I do want to take a look at the win-loss of the Rams, as it's important, to me at least. Did they have the bye week? No, they did not. They beat the Lions, so there's the connection there, too. They beat the Saints by 6. Beat the Eagles by 3. I mean, these are some tough ones. Some pretty good wins in there. Here it is. For all the marbles, if we don't win a Super Bowl here, we might not win one at all. Let's find out. It was also save us a ton of time because every future, sim season, we could just sim the playoffs and just, if we get to the Super Bowl, sim, go into that one. So come on, Cleveland. There's a lot riding on this. The length of this video may extend by like 45 minutes if we don't win this thing. Which maybe just spoiled the video. To be fair, it wouldn't spoil anything. 28-13. I'm yapping about stuff that's irrelevant. And the Browns here, did they go for 2? They just went for 1. Any points at all wins this game. Huge 3rd and 4 conversion. 3rd and 10 is big. We're coming in. Not only do I want to come into, try and convert this, but we got to get in that Super Bowl. We got to feel it out. Why not? I really want to just streak Garrison because we might be able to get this between the safeties. We will not be able to. That's a tough one. He overthrows him. Damn, that's a good timing ball. That is on the money. If the throw is good, the timing was good. Fortunately, the Rams are going to have a chance here with a whole 5 minutes left. I mean, we did our part. 3rd and 6, 4th and 6. Are they going to go for this? They're actually going to punt this, which I get it. They've gotten a stop before, but who was that in the background, by the way? It was scary as hell. They look like they're going to get the stop again. No, they won't. If you give up a 3rd and 13, yeah, you might as well just quit, as we are gonna win the Super Bowl 28-20. Of course, no longer rocking the Browns or even the Lions playbook, which we switched to, but you kind of have to, right? I mean, how many times have you guys seen in a rebuild, which to be fair, it's probably roster-based as well, the Browns win a Super Bowl? Like, never. There's a kind of a big reason for that. The playbooks are kind of built around what they do in real life, which, of course, Cleveland's not going to put up crazy receiving numbers. Not that we did anyways in this. And in general, I do still think the game sim logic bases it around which team is which, right? Like the Jets playbook's going to kind of suck because, well, it's the Jets. They don't expect the Jets to do well. They want the game to look realistic no matter what. Even if they think, that one team has the best scheme in the world, they just need the right players. they're going to try to make sure that the game on the surface isn't giving the Jets year one Super Bowls, you know? The Rams, well, maybe not the Rams, the Browns year one Super Bowls, the Raiders Super Bowl, 1 year Super Bowl. So I also think that does play a factor. A lot of you guys are like, well, obviously, duh. And some people are like, no, it doesn't go like that. I disagree, okay? Braden Fisk, hopefully this rebuild is up before week 2 is over, because it's a long, rebuild, and there's other content you got to get in, so you never know. But that recovery he had against the Texans, woo, I'm surprised he got that. That was a pretty big athletic play for a big fella. It's actually pretty impressive. That whole sequence was kind of insane. I know Texans fans are like, well, that sucked. Why'd you bring it up? Of course, again, no funny business here. All oneers, if you will. And yeah, let's head on to the offseason. Again, we get to save a lot of time because we're just going to be simming unless we get a Super Bowl. If we get a Super Bowl, we'll go back in. But if we get to another Super Bowl, it'll be a lot less of that. So sorry if you like gameplay. Been trying to sprinkle more of that into the rebuilds lately. It's kind of hard to balance between yapping during everything like I am right now and yapping through the draft and all that and keeping the gameplay in. Did Miles retire, by the way? He did not. So we still have Myles Garrett. Like I said, I wouldn't be as upset if we lost him, but at the same time, I want the best players possible, so I don't hate that he's around either. $57 million, Raymond, less than that to re-sign him. McClung, no shot, we're paying that much. Less than that to re-sign Thomas, Knox, Nelson, Chambers. Not bad for a tackle, but we got a lot of linemen. I'm assuming we can afford them, and then, of course, corners are our number one focus this year, so yeah, Gonzalez has been pretty bad for us. We just draft a corner, and then if we need a lineman, we'll draft a lineman. But other than that, I like where the team is. I like where our finances are, and I think we'll be fine. So let's take a look at free agency. They do have a quarterback, Eric Medina, 27 years old, $57 million per year. 3 teams interested. I would definitely be interested if I needed a damn quarterback. Let me tell you that much. Our kicker's one of the top guys. Overall, though, a lot of guys that are about to retire. They're regressing soon. About to retire type of players. Overall, outside of like a low ball on someone like, Wirfs or something, probably not going to spend any money here in free agency. Got to save all that money for all our players that are very inconveniently coming off of their rookie deals here. All right, we're in the draft. We have pick 32. Does this glitch just exist randomly at times? I don't understand. Like, this has been over a week now since this has been fixed, yet here we are. We have a good corner in Barton. The thing is, we also have a good corner later on. Usually when you have those day 3ers that are good like this, they're going to be goated. So I don't even know if I need corner in the first round at all. Did it fix? Okay, it did fix at least. So I'm just going to go to 32 and see what happens. I might even take a linebacker at 32. I don't think we need one yet, but it's getting close. Like, Joke is going to need a replacement. Schweisinger, which I don't think we paid him yet. When he needs a contract, I don't know if we can afford him. I really don't. So Farwell might be our guy here. I'm taking Farwell. Kyle Farwell. 2 to 3. 40 true talent. 32 is where we took him. And yeah, hidden dev. 90 speed, 90 excel. He's a starter somewhere. And honestly, if we have pick 4 here as well, which is off of Dallas, I believe. Yeah, I might be willing to take another linebacker, to be honest. Like, who else do I take? We have a 6'7" wide receiver as well, Eddie Aldridge. He's not bad. He's really just a title guy. He's a guy that I would just use for the title. That's really all I would care about. Linebackers, they're all 3 to 4, so I really don't know who's good. Sure, why not? Sean Andrews will double down on linebacker. 20 true talent. And he's in dev. All right, the one guy didn't scout there. The linebacker spot is the one we're taking. Now, if that corner is gone, which he could be. He could be gone. We've sold. But he's not. So, relax. Taj Mays, I mean, he looks great. Even if he's normal dev, which there's a chance he is, he's still going to be our corner 2 for the long term. Taj Mays, 14 true talent. And no, he is actually hidden. Fair enough. We have another pick here. Start of this round. A couple of tight ends here. I did not scout tight end at all. 4-4-2. What is going on? I mean, I'm down. I'm cool with it. 57 true talent. Hidden dev. So are the draft strengths just so high on normal, by the way, that after 5 or 6 years, like, teams just don't need QB tight end anymore? Because that's the way it looks like to me. I'll tell you that much. Let's take a look at DT. Mike Sutton. Yeah, I think there's a reason why he's still around. With this pick, though, the wide receiver looks all right. I might take the other corner. Mathis looks raw, but a 2 to 3 talent grade. Obviously, we've nationally scouted the corner position, and that's why we have the knowledge we do. Probably start taking some linemen, which we don't even need, by the way. All of our linemen are literally already sorted for. We just, we already drafted well at those positions. So we're just going to start taking linemen, even though we don't really need them. Benedict, hidden dev, 92 strength, 39 true talent. See if there's one there at 32. If not, it's probably the UDFA. We're looking okay. I think we're looking, we're fine. And we'll take Lauderdale, because why not? Going so quick, the game's glitching out. 37 true, even better than the other guy. So another really good pick. We'll take Spruce with the next pick, and honestly, we can't lose. It's impossible for us to lose. We're just goated. I might even trade the rest of the picks off. Because, like, what do I need? I don't need anything. I've got all these linemen. We got so many linemen that we lose multiple linemen in 1 year without re-signing them, and we still have enough linemen backups to just start the next set. We have, like, literally like a lineman farm going on here. We're just plucking them out of the ground. Oh, there we go. That's another lineman. We got a future fifth for our draft picks. We are now moving on to the recap. How about that? Let's take a look at that recap. 48 million left. Overalls. Some good players in here. The corner is obviously the main guy I want to look at. The rest are fair enough. Corner is the one we actually really needed. So everyone else, kind of luxury picks that, down the line, maybe they start, maybe they don't. We've got a lot of players that we've already, grabbed that we haven't started yet. Mays, 24. Superstar. Hey, how about that? How about that? How you like those? Tight end, he looks good, but again, I don't really need him as a starter. I don't even know if we'll ever start him. Who knows? Farwell, what was the coverage? 67 man. Not the worst I've ever seen, but yeah, I mean, just another guy we technically don't need, but it was at the top of the list. So barring us trading down the first and second round picks in this one, the best we could do to actually grab players we sort of need. Sean Andrews, really bad block shedding. Holy crap. Let's take a look at the dev there. But yeah, a really good draft class. Yet again, just some positions that we're really overthinking the future for. We are now in year number 6. Shedeur Sanders is 28 years old, so who knows what the hell is going to happen there. But 89 overall, could definitely get to 90, maybe 91, assuming I even hit the training. Sometimes I only get 1. Usually I try to get 2. Of course, a lot of the other guys, J.J. Wayne, guy that we actually got in a different rebuild, nowhere near as good as him. Of course, the sliders are a little bit lower here, so kind of the reason why. The team looks decent. 88 overall with these sliders is actually not bad. Of course, the defense looks insane, so we'll see what we can get up to. May's the corner 2 now, and, the team looks good. It looks better than most teams, I would imagine. All right, we have some re-signings. I really don't want to pay Moulton, dude. That is a lot of money for a freaking safety. Leo Chanel at 29. Damn, these contracts are tough. So Raymond, obviously. Garrison, probably. Moulton, I guess. There's so many names. Do you just let the O-line go? Like, this crazy, because the line is, not really crazy expensive. Myles Garrett's going to retire. There's no way he doesn't. Yeah, this isn't the worst I've seen, but then you have Baptiste coming up, so yeah, I guess Garrison, Raymond, Thomas, and then we'll see about maybe one of the linemen. And here we go, the wild card round. Remember, we did just win a Super Bowl, so we are going to be simming until we get to the Super Bowl. If we get to the Super Bowl, then we are going to go in. But obviously, for this rebuild to not be 4 million hours long, that's the only way to do it. So I apologize for everyone that's been trying to push for more gameplay. You kind of got more gameplay out of me this year in these rebuilds, but this video, any 10-plus year rebuilds down the line, probably not a whole lot outside of maybe that first Super Bowl run or the runs before we actually win the Super Bowl. Of course, pass rush, though, what's going on? Myles Garrett's been so mid this entire damn rebuild for the most part. I need 20, 30 sacks a season. I don't ask for much. Just, NFL record stuff. Caleb Williams wins the MVP award. Anything for us? It would appear the answer to that would be a no. Shedeur Sanders, though, pretty good season. Let's take a look. Are we taking on the Patriots and moving along, or are we going to lose the very first game? We will win that first game, 21-10. Taking on the Bengals now, 2 overall difference against our division rival. We win that one. The Colts, 11-6 versus their 10-7. 5 overalls higher than them. Are we moving on? It doesn't say anything about an extension. We're about to find out, I suppose. Rams-Lions, it's a hell of a game, actually. the history's kind of gone now, but it wasn't before. Also, history here, 2 winless teams in their history. I don't have a long snapper. You're not going to see this game then, I guess. If I don't have a long, I'm not signing a long snapper for that. Come on, Cleveland, just win it so I don't feel bad. There's no way they got me trying to sign a long snapper. And we do win anyways, so it doesn't really matter. It does not matter one bit. Of course, boom, boom, boom. Back to back, the Cleveland Browns are the champions of the world. Take a look at any retirements. Is this the year of Myles Garrett? It is. 14 seasons in the league, and Myles Garrett is gone. Our backup is now ready to start. He's going to need a contract soon. He's going to break the bank without ever even playing a snap. Looking at wide receivers, Wayne, still not a dev up. Shedeur, 92 overall now. Judkins, 93 overall. Garrison, we did pay him long term. We paid Williams as well. Gonna lose a couple of guys. Ooh, Spruce. But yeah, we're okay, as usual. Gonna be losing Leo Chanel as well. I gotta start one of these youngsters, right? Like, Riley has yet to start, and he's an 85 overall. Like, he is Leo Chanel without even getting to play. So the guy has a ceiling for sure. What else do we have? Maze, the superstar. Was this known? I'm sorry if some of the stuff is going to sound like out of date because I left the rebuild for a couple of days and now I'm back. So I do apologize if I just sound like, well, dude, what are you, stupid? Like, you literally just did this 5 seconds ago. I apologize. Raymond definitely was not superstar, though. That man just got to superstar there. That is a huge dev up, actually. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, we took care of all the contracts we kind of needed to. We'll show you guys that we did not or we need to still. And it's kind of a small list, right? It's a lot of guys that you'd be willing to let go, in my opinion. Baptista 1 year. We're not going to do that right now. Leo Chanel, again, 30 years old. We're going to move on. O-line, Curtis wants even more money. Columbus wants too much money. We got a 3-year 21 for Williams, so that's why I kind of, went for the youth there, the cheap, if you will. So yeah, of course, we are going to, there goes the 6'9" tight end. We are going to enter free agency with quite a bit of money. I would be willing to spend, 20, 30 maybe at most. Again, $60 million if it's a 1-year deal. Josh Allen's still here, by the way, at 35. So this rebuild, it could be close to a 15-year. Of course, Will Anderson could replace Myles Garrett, but I do like Woodward, I think his name is. Guy that we're finally getting a chance to start. It's some pretty good players here, even some young players still, but as far as what we need, yeah, we're not going to spend any of this money. It's just not worth it. None of these guys really changed the team too much. All right, here we are in the draft, pick 32. I see a decent-looking 2 to 3 linebacker, which, to be fair, he could be gone, already. It's not necessarily a need, but that is, the growing need on this team is linebacker, in my opinion, outside of, O-line pretty much every single season. And the guy is still there. So, I mean, he's not the fastest, but a top 5 can't be wrong, right? Even though he's probably going to be based on what I'm seeing here, 4.55, but a solid speed, 84 to 86 speed, but pretty good excel, change direction, that kind of stuff. I got to take him. He's too good to pass. True talent 5, so he's at least a 77 plus. He's hitting dev, and like I said, 84 to 86, right dab, spack, and spack? I don't even know if that's probably derogatory. That is my bad. I meant to say dab and smack, that, I don't know. Right in the middle at 85. Crazy acceleration, good agility, good change direction, okay jumping. 6'3", 235. It's a good pick. Second round, if there's a safety, we'll take one, but I'm not really pushed. Right now, you look at our roster, outside of genuinely higher overalls at each position, there's not really we got to get someone different there because it's not working out. It's just, you insert a new player, unless they have the greatest season of all time, it's going to be the same result. Of course, we talked about safety. This guy looks good. Nick Garrison, great speed, B, man coverage, C zone. Of course, a little bit of a lower overall with a 2 to 3 grade, but this guy could be hidden. He's not, but he could have been. It's unfortunate. Let's go to 32 in the third, where, again, looking for more O-line is kind of the remaining concern for this team, which, based on what I'm seeing, could go for another linebacker. The guy's got a little bit of potential, but probably not. O-line, do you just go crazy in the O-line? A lot of, center types, though, if you will. You know what? Let's go for one of these edge rushers. We could use a backup. We no longer have our good backup, that guy's now a starter, right? So I didn't get to scout Torres further, but we do have Power Move Perry, which sounds cool. So with that being said, I got to take him. I think he's going to suck. Yeah, 185 true bot. No, I was about to say, buddy has some hidden dev. No, he doesn't. Rest of the picks will be linemen again, trying to save some time where I can. So unless it's a really interesting pick, which hidden dev linemen aren't very interesting, it's very common actually, you're not going to see it. Even man, he's probably like 75 overall, but being boosted by the fact that he's a nose tackle. See, this is a little more interesting. 94 speed, 92 excel, 92 agility, 92 change of direction, 15 true talent running back. Happens to be normal, but that's not a bad little draft pick. And for our draft recap, obviously that linebacker, 78 overall. We said 77 plus. He was that plus. Coverage is, man coverage is a little iffy. Very smart player if you're using, though. This guy isn't really even someone you care about. This is a pretty mid player if you're actually playing the franchise. But yeah, X Factor for a rebuild, this is an amazing pick, without a doubt. With that being said, do I even have a starting spot for him? I guess you make him the will linebacker and put Joke as a backup. I mean, it sounds like a joke in general. Of course, all the linemen you see here are hidden except for the long snapper. I traded our backup DT for a 4th this and a 4th next from the Bears. Then I trade Joke to the Cardinals for a 4th round pick. And we trade Pryor for a pretty crazy evaluation of pick 5 overall from the Bills. We'll see how they play because obviously Pryor has all the potential in the world. All right, here we go for what season this? 7, 8? Maybe? I don't know. Shedeur Sanders is 29 years old though, I believe. So whatever that is. Season 7. Looks really good. I don't know what the regression's going to look like. I don't know when that starts, but he's still star dev, so it might be starting soon. Of course, team, he could be better, but again, with these sliders, that's kind of the way it goes. A lot of these linemen that we're not really checking happen to be superstar devs, so cool. The less we check, the more devs we get, apparently. Sus. I mean, these guys, we are literally failing to develop them anyways, but 91 overall could go a little higher with the training camp. Re-signings, this is pretty good. Allen's asking for like a little over $10 million per year. Normally, I don't like to pay the lineman, but that is just too good of a contract not to. At his overall, we'll say we only have $48 million. Baptiste, another pretty cheap contract. 5-year deal, worth $80. Probably could have done 6, but I worry once you get into the 30s. Riley, well, that's a contract we're keeping. Dude, this is working out well. This is working out really well, actually. How much we got left now? 30 million. Feliz, no. Shaughnessy, no. Yeah, I mean, we're doing well for ourselves. That's all I can really say. But this is the problem. Woodward, that's the guy. Headed to the wildcard round. If we win this, we're in the playoffs. More importantly, I think we guarantee the Ravens are not. And that is arguably, I wouldn't say more important, because I think we make the playoffs anyways. And we do beat them. Who wins the division? It's the Bengals. Yeah, the Ravens are way out of it. Would they even have had a chance at 10-6? They would have. They would have made it. All they had to do is beat us. That must suck to be them. Of course, we just won 2 Super Bowls in a row. We showed you guys, no funny business. I'm not going to show you anymore. We've got our back-to-back without any funny business. That's all I can really say. Shedeur Sanders should be a superstar. Judkins was good. Wayne was great. Should go to superstar himself. Receiving numbers are all over the place. Decided to switch to the Green Bay scheme as the Brown scheme is just putting up some bad numbers. Did that mid last season. Worked out pretty well for us defensively. Still got that Bills defense on. Woodward, 11 sacks. I mean, that's better than what Myles Garrett did. And that's Woodward's, first season starting? Fair enough. Kicker punter. Good stuff. Offensive yard is 30th. That's actually surprising. And not MVP, but 4th should be good enough for a dev up. Defensive Player of the Year with Gant. Jets with both rookie awards. Pretty clutch for them. We get Best Wide Receiver. We get Best O-Line with a guy who's already superstar. We get Best D-Line. And that be it. All right. Can we do the impossible? 3 straight Super Bowl wins. Of course, going to be on the road for this one. We're on the road for a lot of them if we even win this first game, which we do, by 7. The Bengals anyways, not the Buccaneers. Again, team we had to beat and did not this time to win the Super Bowl last time. Unfortunate ending there. 24-16. Shedeur Sanders, not his best work, admittedly. We'll say he's about to be superstar, though. Pretty damn good clutch timing. Not really for developing, but preventing the regression. I can't imagine he would be not superstar. That'd be insane. Winner of the Super Bowl is not known yet. It's the Bengals and the Packers. Interesting one there. See who wins that one. I reckon the Bengals, if they were able to beat us, right? That's got to mean something to somebody. Means something to me. Means that I'm going to start swinging on the staff. Oh, wow, our money's gone. And no, it is the Green Bay Packers. Take a look at those dev ups. Of course, 30 years old now for Shedeur, which... No DevOps, slight regression potentially. Yikes. We do, however, see J.J. Wayne get to superstar about time. He's already 28 years old again. That other rebuild, I think Falcons rebuild. We had him in that one because it was the same starting point. And yeah, he was much better right out the gate, I'll tell you that much. And then defensive line or defensively, I don't think there was a single dev up here. Oh, that's a lie. Mike Hall is a superstar now. There you go, superstar, but he's 29. So DT is actually a position of need now. I think that is a position that we're going to be focusing on in next draft. Kind of focus on O-line again, as I thought we were going to have some issues with contracts, and as of right now, we don't have those issues. So we're chilling. DK Metcalf retires. What about our guys? Couple of mentor-type backups. Resigning's $33.4 mil. That's really cutting it close with Woodward, so depending on his overall, we might actually just tag him here. Also depending on the contract. 87 overall. I think you get him for 23 per, and if you tag him now, 5-year option him, I should say, you're probably going to be looking at 30, 35, so no thank you. We're going to play the risky game, which is to actually skip that 5-year option and hope he's cheaper to pay right now. Of course, we're absolutely not spending any money on free agency unless it's a 1-year, situation, which... I mean, there's some okay players here, but I am not going to do it. No, thank you. Jameson Williams, how old is he? 31 now. His age is caught up. Oh, I was wondering where that draft pick came from, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. We got a trade for the quarterback. Guess that quarterback didn't do too well for them. I mean, this is maybe... I don't really like Everett that much, but I put him on my list because he's got good strength, and he looks okay, but let's say maybe this is the DT year, but I don't know. I do like Hernandez a lot. I might trade down to like 9 or 10 and take Hernandez. Seen those DTs, even at 1 to 2, corner 1 to 2, they go all the way up to like 9 or 10. So we're going to try to get a little bit back from the Falcons, I suppose. See what we can do. Wow, what a trade, dude. I'm so glad. Like, why is that even a thing? A 7th round pick to move down 6 spots in general is kind of crazy. Even if like you're in like the 7th round. Let alone all the way at 4 to 10? Come on, man. Like, don't even... Like, I would literally never answer another call for them for 5 years. I would tell them straight up, like, hey, just so you know, no matter what you call about for the next 5 years, we are not answering. So, think about that next time you want to start trolling, basically. We're going to give some picks up here, but, I mean, they're pick 10 right now. If we can get a first-round pick off of them, they seem to love to give up those first-round picks. I'm going to do it. Callahan might be able to save a little bit here, and probably could have saved that 4th, but that's fine. Pick number 10, but we also get a first round next year, which who knows what that'll be, especially when they take a freaking tackle at 4 overall, which I'm not saying that that's a position that... Is our guy even there anymore? That's a position that doesn't go that high, but I don't know. I just personally wouldn't do it. But Hernandez, I think he's worth it. He's got a lot of really good grades in here. Fast, strong. He's got it all. Just be hidden. That's the only thing that matters, that he can be the all of. 13 true talent. We took him at 10. And, of course, normal development traits. So, kind of a wasted pick. We get that first round next year, but could have been better. And we're about to make rebuild history as we take the same last name player in the first round of the same draft. Pick 56. The guy looked like best available, and I'm not going to agree with that. He was not best available at all. And speaking of best available, this is definitely a best available pick. Top 5 true talent. Well, I don't know if he's top 5 true talent, but top 5 projected is not top 5 true talent. But 51 true at 59 for our rank, and he is hidden. So, you know, when his contract is up, you would maybe have an argument to be made about Shedeur Sanders, you know, 34-year-old Sanders, 35-year-old Sanders, if you do the 5th year option. You know, that this is the perfect time to draft a QB, I think, in my opinion. Let's take a look at what the next pick is, which I'm not even sure what's even here. We got a bunch of linemen, I suppose. A couple of day 3 safeties. But yeah, I think lineman is going to be the move. We do have a day 3 tight end. He's really slow, though. But he was like one of the fastest options, which is not really saying much, to be fair. Also, I scouted... Oh, no, it was 2 other different running backs. The name, last name was Black, and then the next one was Friday. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's do Black Friday. See if we get any deals on that progression. Okay, I'm done. That's just no. Even that is beyond me or beneath me. Something's happening. 6'6", yeah, that's, a Hernandez, and a Gonzalez. A lot of Ez at the end. 28 true talent, hidden dev. Again, you know the drill. Billions of UDFAs with hidden dev. We're probably going to land most of them. Again, it's kind of easy to see. It is crazy, though. Like, I genuinely, for that Panthers offseason, normal draft strength, did not change the draft strength at all. Yet we had a pretty damn garbage class, and we landed nothing but normals. We honestly just had, one of the worst draft classes I've seen in Madden 26. Just so happened to be. Kid you not. I admit it, obviously the Leggett demanding a trade is clearly, it's me saying that. Obviously, there's nothing in the game like that, which is pretty stupid, which is why if you want something like that, you kind of have to create it yourself. So there's that. But, yeah, as far as the draft class itself goes, yeah, it was just naturally bad, straight up. 84 true, this is a good player. Eric Matlock, what do we got? Normal dev, okay. Yeah, back to your regular schedule programming of just me drafting some randomers that'll never start in behind the scenes. And here's the recap. 2 first-round picks, both of them normal, whereas every other pick besides the corner, wide receiver, and safety were hidden. I guess we'll look at those other guys, but first, obviously, I want to look at the QB. This is solid-looking quarterback, Brett Shelley. A higher ceiling than Shedeur, technically. Higher throw power, younger, higher overall, obviously. That is not what I wanted. And also higher dev, superstar dev. This guy is... Man, we're really kind of killing the backup quarterback situation, which, of course, again, with the way the training camp goes, the lack of regression, lack of dev regression, it makes sense. Hernandez is really good, by the way. I kind of want to start him over Hall. Rookies starting, that's the best way to develop someone, especially if they're normal dev. We'll have to make a decision. I guess technically a lot of schemes are going to use 3. Maybe not get full-on snaps, but should get a good amount as the number 3. Either way, another draft in the books. We have an extra first-round pick again coming up, so we're looking all right. And here we are for season number 8, I believe. Shedeur Sanders, 92 overall. He'll get to 93 at least, maybe 94 again if I succeed in that passing training camp. But he is, again, 30 years old now, so he is getting up there in age. Still looks great, but at some point the regression's coming. All right, I'm sorry, Shedeur, but it is just inevitable. As far as the rest of the team goes, though, yeah, it looks good. All right, we got some youthful players still at wide receiver, O-line. We constantly keep rotating out, so, we're just going to keep on working it. Actually, what about this right guard? How old is Roach? Roach is going to be starting. That's what he'll be doing. We've actually been landing some superstar devs. We have 4 superstar linemen right now. It's insane. We'll take it, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much because even on 150 sliders for O-line, everything else is 100 base. It's still kind of slow. Usually I do 170-ish for O-line. Yeah, might need to do that. Of course, defense looks good. Linebackers are, kind of getting older, especially Schweizinger. He's actually, 29 years old now. But the team in general still looks good, feels good. Let's try to win one. Having a pretty good season. Oh, yeah, this is the one we were worried about. This is the one we're worried about. We are officially broke. Hopefully Woodward is playing poorly. Which, yeah, he kind of is. That's through 10 weeks. He's barely going to reach double digits. Thankfully, we don't have anyone else that truly, we have to keep. But, yeah, need a new edge rusher, apparently. Here we go, headed to playoffs. Looked really good to start the season, so I imagine, 12-5. We make it as the number 1 seed. Judkins, the number 1 running back in the league. Actually, a little surprised by that, but pretty damn good year. Let's take a look at how Shedeur played. Will he ever get past star? Oh, that's got to be it. 45 touchdowns, 5 picks, 4,000 yards. He has to go to superstar this time. There's no way he doesn't. Take a look at the defense where Gant was great. Woodward did, he played just as well, if not better, in the second half. Hall was great. Who the hell was the other DT that did... Where the hell is the other DT? Mason Graham, 3 sacks. I just looked right over him because it's so bad. I was like, that can't be him. It's got to be a different Graham. No, it's the Graham. MVP goes to Donahue. Shedeur Sanders, number 2. Oh, my. That is truly painful. That sucks. Did get best QB, though, so automatic superstar. Maybe even X Factor. Seems like it's very rare to get the double dev up, though, these days, unless you're going from normal. Let's go on week by week, even though we're not going in until the Super Bowl, if we make it. Got the Cincinnati Bengals. They're 10-7. They are not going to beat us. Denver Broncos, they're also 10-7. 7 overall is lower. They are seemingly not going to beat us. Winner of this one is the Super Bowl champions, going against the Seattle Seahawks here. Let us hop on in and get a little bit of gameplay in there potentially. Right? It's, not a lot of it, because we got to make sure that we don't take 4.5 hours of your time, but definitely taking a lot more of my time than 4.5 hours, let me tell you. Oh, my Lord. Let's go on, though. I mean, hey, we're doing really well. That's all that really matters, right? Almost 50% Super Bowl win rate if we win this one. Very close to it. Obviously got to win that one, this one, to make that a reality. And maybe we're not going to get any gameplay. 21-3 at halftime. It's pretty hard to come in and help when they don't need any. 24-6. Seattle not done yet, but a field goal is not going to cut it. It's just not going to cut it. 4th and 5. Is that them? They are converting. I mean, 3rd and 3. I guess we come in just to be like, hey, let's play a little bit of Super Bowl. That's really all there is to it, though. Everything else, no real reason. Medina. Can't get in there. Try to swat. No, oh, wow. I was about to say, nice swat. Doesn't even get him, and he gets out of bounds. Trying to keep this game alive. Is that even really a possibility, though? It's a freaking long shot and a half. And now they will run out of time. Cleveland wins another Super Bowl. 3 out of 4 years. They are by far officially a dynasty, if you didn't want to call the back-to-back enough. Could have won 4 in a row if we didn't get unlucky. Of course, let's take a look at the stats here. 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. We held Wells pretty nicely. Got a little rushing touchdown to go with it. And, yeah, I mean, we just kind of locked them down more than we did anything on offense. Good work. But, yeah, again, no funny business. There's really no point in me even showing you guys this, because at this point, I think it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious we're just cooking, straight up. Kind of curious to see what happens to Shedeur, though. He's 31. Is he going to go down in overall? Is he obviously going to go to Superstar? Maybe X Factor. Like, how long is this guy going to last for? I did not plan on doing a 20-year rebuild this year, but, I mean, Jared Verse just retired. Micah Parsons just retired. Amon-Ra. Laporta. That is how far along we are. That some of these youngsters in the league right now are like, yeah, I'm calling it quits. I'm 432 years old. Let's take a look at those devs, though. Come on, Shedeur. Obviously, Superstar dev. 95, so no regression at all. Okay. Fair enough. Let's take a look at the rest, though. Judkins, huge dev up, actually, because he's 29 now. We definitely needed that one for sure. Would love if he was an X Factor, but that's fine. It's good. I actually don't remember the receiving stats. Thomas must have had season, because I think he just went to Superstar, right? He did. Offense had themselves a glow up. 3 dev ups on offense. Unbelievable. Also, is Gonzalez another Superstar reveal? Bro, we have never had that. We have 5 active Superstar linemen, and they're all drafted. I don't think that's ever happened in a rebuild before. Did Hall go to X Factor? He might have. Dude's just going up in dev constantly, despite being, at the regression point. Looks like we're drafting edge, though. We might have to, trade up everything, depending on what, we're losing. I don't want to just trade up everything if we don't have everything filled, as McCoy goes to X Factor. If we have other positions of need, I'm not going to just trade it all for an edge rusher. But we do have an edge rusher, right? Like, we have, even though he's normal dev, we at least have an option. It's not Perry, it is, Hernandez. We at least got an option. There's somebody there. Let's take a look at our retirements if we had any. And no. Can you look at retirements by quarterback? I want to see, who's still here at QB. Now I'm starting to get concerned a little bit. Parsons retires a Packer. That's cool. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe he will, but I feel like Micah Parsons is going to leave when he needs a contract with Green Bay. I mean, it's many years down the line, so it's not like, oh, wow, I can't believe you left him, but it is still like, please don't. Thank you. We could afford Woodward, but I also don't. I mean, he hasn't played well. 3 or 105. Okay, I guess you have Woodward, but we're also broke as hell, so we'll see how the hell that affects us in a moment. Oof, come on, please show me some rookie reserve. Show me some money, please. 25 mil. 15. Okay, it's not amazing rookie reserve, but it is still rookie reserves. The kicker's back in free agency. Nobody wants his ass. Every year, nobody wants him. Jalen Hurts is 35 years old, and he is still looking pretty good. So, yeah, buckle up. This rebuild still got a long ways to go, it seems. Like, even freaking Justin Herbert is a free agent, but he's, like, still alive. What's his dev or overall? Okay, some of these guys are actually really low, but they weren't really that high to start with, right? Like, where the hell is... They said Herbert, no? Or maybe they tagged him. They might have just tagged him. He lied. I think he lied. Let's see. NFL 36. Like, these guys are just fine. Like, there's no loss at all. They're all just chilling. And the main reason is because we don't have dev regression on. So obviously those guys can't go down to dev no matter what. And the game does intend you to have that on because we see it all the time where no matter how good they played the year before, they go from, like, X Factor down to like normal dev in one season. All right, we're back in the draft, and again, we have a pretty balanced team where we don't really have many weaknesses. I would argue linebacker in the future is a weakness. Got a bunch of linebackers coming off contract, same as Shedeur Sanders, and sadly, all these linebackers suck. Day 3 Pryor is like the best one. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to move on to our next pick, and whatever's there is there. And pretty much everyone's gone. We got a cornerback with some good zone. Maybe you see him as a safety. Sure, why not? Azavius Cannon, pretty cool name, by the way. Normal dev, 31 true. Could be a safety, but he'd be a backup right now anyways. And then with this pick, do you take a linebacker? I just want to know, would you take a linebacker? What do we got, actually? I didn't actually look at edge, which, to be fair, even now, we still don't need it because, obviously, well, I did look at edge, but I didn't look at edge up top, right? I didn't expect A, for these guys to be here, and B, for us to even care about an edge rusher, but yeah, I mean, we kind of do. Can't lie, we kind of do. 6'6"ers, I don't usually trust, but the guy looks great. I have no choice. Bobby Monroe. Let's see what we got. 48 true, just hidden. Damn, I'm actually surprised. 6'6" is usually normal dev for me, but I said, you know what? This guy's got great block check, great power move, a bunch of good stuff, and he actually turned out to be pretty damn good. 32 in the second. We'll see what linebackers are there. Because if that day 3 is still there, I might take him. Damn, we got all the other linebackers, though. McManus looks great, too. Do you not take McManus and then trade up? Whitehead. I like McManus. I'll be honest with you. Dominique McManus. Let's see what we got. Ooh. But he is hidden. All right, so he's a bad overall, but hidden development trait. Slow simming until we're down to one linebacker. 3, 4, 5 for the Rams' third-round pick, which will be a linebacker Pryor, the guy we're kind of eyeing up the most. What about these? What do we got going on here? No one cares. No one genuinely cares. Actually, what about Gonzalez? Maybe they do care. He looks okay. It's not like passing on like a guaranteed, superstar tight end with like 83 overall or anything. Who would do something like that? Gabriel Pryor. Future-proof in the linebacker spot. Let's see it. 32 true. Hidden dev. We got 2 hidden dev, future-proof linebackers that we don't even need right now. Let's go. We're doing the thing. But then, we got that freaking normal dev corner, so you win some, you lose a lot, if you're us at least. Random DT is always good. Always random. Marcus Johnson, 141 true, but hidden dev. That's the risk you pay. That's the risk you take. Let's get ourselves an offensive lineman. Antoine Ferguson, 49 true, and, I was about to think... Before we got that pick, I was like, it's been a while since we had a normal, that? And sure thing, 1 to 2, true. Normal effing dev. Wow. Disappointing. We kind of need a running back. I can't remember which one was fast. It was this guy, Gardner. 4.2840. I don't think he was actually that fast, but 113 true. What do we got? Normal dev, 94 speed. Yeah, he's not 4.28 fast, but he's still very fast. Draft recap. Again, these guys aren't going to start for us. I'm not super interested, but yeah, Bobby Monroe, hidden dev. Curious, could be the replacement of Gant. I mean, Gant's got to be getting up there, right? We took him pretty early. It's got to be, nearing 30, I would say. Oh, my! And the guy we took is an X Factor. Wow. I mean, most of the time I see normal devs. That is actually insane. Let's take a look at the linebackers, by the way. Looking good. Are they both Mike? Are they both Mikes? They are. So we'll have to put someone at, I don't even know which position we need. Sam, probably. Sam for Gabriel. Let's see what he looks like. Got so many linebackers. It's the one, rebuild where we actually did well at linebackers. So many backups, just learning from behind. That pause. And just always had a healthy rotation at that position. Is there anyone else you wanted here? Oh, my lord. Look at this tight end. He's only 83 overall, though. I don't think so. I think we're happy. And, speaking of those linebackers, yes, the depth will be gone a little bit, but to a couple of guys that need some contracts, we're basically giving New York a whole off-ball linebacker unit. So we're trading those two guys off, a fourth and a seventh, for two really high draft picks, a first and a third. All the players are irrelevant. We're just trying to take the burden of that finances off of them. Probably going to cripple them with those moves, but that's not my fault. If the game was actually made to defend against those things happening, well, the trade wouldn't exist. All right, it's not my fault. I'm not out here trying to manage each team. I'm trying to make our team as good as possible. Whatever the AI is willing to accept, that's what we're willing to trade, simply put. And here you go. For what is this, Season 9 now? Shedeur Sanders, the 31-year-old man. Sliders at 100% again. I'm just... Yeah, it's insane. O-line's the only slider we changed. It's the only one. And yet the team is still a 94 overall. I mean, I would love to see where we are according to the rest of the team. We are getting dangerously close to being broke, I'll admit it. And we are going to be losing guys like Schweichinger and probably Parker. Maybe lose some other names like Hall in the future. So we're going to get a little worse. But overall, I mean, I just don't think there's teams coming close to as good, keeping their team as good as we are. But comparing the league, a bunch of 86s, 94 obviously for us, 90, and unless I actually went over a different team, another 90. So 390 overall teams, we're the only one even close to 94. All right, $65 million. O-line is almost always going to be the cap casualty. Mays is like the cornerstone of this cornerback group going forward. Problem is, look at how little money we have and how much Shedeur Sanders wants. Again, the whole point of this rebuild is to follow the career of Shedeur Sanders. So $64 million. I mean, is that even league average? I guess I have no choice, right? Damn. Okay, I just talked about how our corner is the cornerstone of this defense or these cornerback group. But yeah, we talked about it. This team is about to take a hit. It is taking a hit big time. Losing the guard, losing the corner, losing the tackle, losing the linebacker, losing the tackle, losing the running back, losing the backup tight end. I mean, there is some loss coming up here. Not good. Not good. This team's about to take a massive hit. Going to the playoffs. Let's see it. Let's see it. Got to be in there, right? We had a pretty good start of the season. 11-6 and a video rendered. I mean, everything's running well. Of course, don't see Shedeur on the list anymore, but still a great year from him. But you see the other guys, wide receiver and running back, both on the list. Wayne maybe gets the X Factor finally. This team, we're starting to get to that point where it's like, okay, yeah, Shedeur's fine, but not really the rest of the guys, right? Woodward we just paid, and man, do we regret it. About to lose a really good corner for a guy that's not performing, and more importantly, we have an X Factor backup, so really unfortunate, right? Really unfortunate set of events, but at the end of the day, we're still a team that I probably would not trade our roster for anyone in the league. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback again, so he could go to X Factor in theory. Take a look, though. Taking on the Titans. They won a Super Bowl right out the gate in this one. That was this rebuild, right? This rebuild is going so long. It's literally 2 rebuilds long, and I just can't keep up anymore. I don't know what's happening. We do win the first game. We win the second game. Going to the Patriots. I mean, at this point, we almost don't even go into the Super Bowl. We're going to so many. What's even the point? We're so used to them. I mean, how many Super Bowls is this now? Our 4th win if we win this? Let's do it. 9-8 Saints. Come on. Whoa. It's like an insanely rainy game in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that Super Bowl is never coming back here, wherever the hell we are. 21-7. I didn't see it because we skipped it. The lights are kind of high. This is, I would imagine, an outdoor arena, right? Where are we, actually? I'm trying to come out here and see. I'm not the best with, what is that? Another Tampa Bay? How many times are you going to Tampa Bay? Look at the tight end. Absolutely cooking. A perfect throw from Shedeur. 2nd and 18 conversion. 3 picks from Shedeur Sanders, but with a huge big-time play like that, that could be it. Let's see it. I mean, all you need is a field goal. You probably win this game. 4th and 1, they go for it. Wow, they really do not trust that weather, and there it is. That touchdown will give Cleveland its 4th Super Bowl in 5 years. Is that correct? If I'm not mistaken, we are going for another three-peat here. We have a pretty unbeatable kind of situation going on, though, right? 4 Super Bowls out of 5 years. Kind of hard to beat it. Shedeur was not very good, though, I'll admit. Will say, though, with all the players we're about to lose, it is not looking good for our chances for another one here. Like, we future-proofed hard at linebacker. Again, I'll show you. I said you probably don't care, and, you know, at this point, what more do we need to prove? But why not? Takes like 2 seconds. Why not? 96 overall, by the way, which, again, is about to go away. Any retirements? That's the question. Also, any regressions? Is Shedeur about to go down? I don't know. I'm not sure. He's actually developed pretty well. I really didn't think he would, but he did. You know, 23 out the gate, somewhat of a slow start. Turned out really good. No retirements, especially with having the XP sliders down, like we said. And Shedeur does go to X Factor. 96 overall, 32 years old. This rebuild will never end. Is it? I don't want to put dev regression on. I wish I could put dev regression on just for QBs, because that's the one position that actually needs it. I guess we'll just manually drop his dev if he plays badly, but I don't suspect that's going to happen anyways. Dev up for Wayne, obviously dev up for Sanders. About to lose Judkins. It's a bad time right now to be a Browns fan after this season. This season's great. After this season, though, probably not. Raymond, I think, went up in dev as well. He did, and if I'm not mistaken, Graham went up. Everything's going up. It's all up from here. Is Mike Hall a free agent as well? Like, this is crazy. It's actually insane how, like, screwed we are now. And that's with, like, once again, letting all of our linemen go. Like, we're not holding any linemen at all. We just keep drafting new ones, and we still are running out of money. Yeah, we're screwed. $5 million left. There is nothing. There's nothing left. Bryson Parker, 5th-year option. I mean, I guess, because it's insanely... Oh, we shouldn't have done that because he's... No, it's a will linebacker. I'm surprised it's actually that cheap. But yeah, everyone's gone. They're all damn gone. I mean, you can't lose Shedeur. The whole point, again, is him. Let's see what the team looks like. This actually could get, the rebuild could get interesting again, because now we're actually properly rebuilding again. Did that corner go up in dev, by the way? So, O-line, again, we're fine there. Running back, no. We need a new running back for sure. Defensively, linebackers are fine. We can get it going. Also, were we not starting Riley? I feel like we just weren't. Corner, obviously, Cannon's there. I mean, even with those losses, I feel like we lost no one. Like, what do we need? Corner and running back. Okay, sure. Why not? Corner, running back. Like, obviously, we lost linebackers and whatnot, but, like, we have those in place already. Judkins is the best running back there. Cornerback best is there. Sewell's still there. Got a couple of our linemen in there. A lot of money, dude. We would get so many comp picks. We'd be looking at, like, 6 straight picks in the 3rd round. Like, it's insane. But, yeah, we have that extra first-round pick. Don't even know how well it did for us. 16th. Okay, it's about fair. I'll take it. And with that, we shall hopefully get a running back. I haven't really seen many generational running backs. Maybe this is the year that we'll see one. All right, you got a lot of needs. One of those is actually kind of wide receiver coming up, so we'll keep that on the mind. Oh, we got this stupid glitch, and I can't even fix it. Oh, that sucks. Well, we're just going to have to go off of actual attributes. But first things first, let's move to 16. We have too many needs to be trading up, so 16 is what we're going. There's a corner there, which you can see a bunch of them go. That will be the position of group we go for. I really do like Donnell Boston as well as a future wide receiver for us. Corner looks good. Obviously, he's not top... Well, he could be top 5, but he's probably not top 5, so we're not going to take him here. But you know what? I think, even though this is a little out of left field, I'm going to go wide receiver. Donnell Boston, I think he's fast enough. This guy, we need a wide receiver coming up. We're not going to be able to pay everyone. He's true talent 1, obviously true. Not. Hidden Dev, 91 speed, 94 excel. There you go. Damn, this is going to suck. I hate this glitch. I usually catch it, but it just didn't happen this time. I don't think it happened until literally as we advanced, and I didn't check before simming. That's tough. That is very tough. But next pick, Harvey Peak. Hopefully he's hidden. He should be a good player. He is hidden. There you go. The 32 in the 2nd round. We need a running back, but again, I don't know because we don't know the actual true talents. I did scout the running back Stallworth a little bit. He looks good, but speed isn't amazing. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, so I'm probably not going to take him. All the tight ends are there. I mean, we kind of need a tight end. 4-5 is pretty sick, no? Pretty hard to pass. Trey Fant, tight end 1 going forward. And another hidden. Dude, I am telling you, though. Like, I'm going to keep talking about that Panthers draft, even though, like, by the time you see this, we're already, like, done with preseason. If you watch the video that came out earlier today, I imagine it'll come out earlier today. Yet, I still keep thinking about it because we really did sell. But yeah, we just got unlucky. There's not really much more to it. We just got unlucky. How good was Beal again? He was just fast. Yeah, we're just banking completely on speed. Stallworth, who looks good talent-wise, is still a little lackluster at position, you know, different things I don't like. And again, that true talent, which basically a wasted scout. I can't trust it. Parker Beal. F Vision. I don't know. He's got elusiveness, that's for sure. Screw it. Hoping for hidden. Don't know his true talent. And of course, the one guy I desperately needed to be hidden isn't. Going for this white man. Interesting name. A Finesse, I believe. And Dev of Hidden. There you go. Good draft pick. Go to 32 in the fifth. We're just going to start taking O-linemen that I, again, don't know the true talent for. Although last time we took the best true talent, it was a 1-2. He was normal Dev. So are you really missing much here? Not really. Let's just go for the best player. Which is really tough to decide because, you know, they're all, for the most part, good pass blockers. Wagner has the most versatility to him, though, so that's who we're going to take. Tyreek Wagner, Dev of Hidden. Again, don't know how good he actually is. We'll find out. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you can literally fix it by changing any attribute of any player in the entire draft. I don't know what causes that glitch. It's just stupidly broken. I really don't know. Just completely random. Kyle Wall. That's not a good pick. And final one. Couple of okayly fast linebackers. Duncan's going to be my guy. Jalen Duncan. Last pick of the 7th round. C+ pick. Normal Dev is athletic, though. So maybe an okay depth pick. Maybe. Let's take a look at how we did, though, at wide receiver and corner, because they're both hidden, right? Pretty sure not Dev, overall, 76, 77. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Donnell Boston. I want to see if we can maybe even make a trade right now, because we know how valuable these guys are as rookies when they can get good Superstar Dev as well. When they have a good season as a rookie, we know how valuable they can be. So definitely want to start that guy if possible and then peak. Automatic number 2. He has the most potential at the cornerback 2 spot. I still can't believe we lost our youngest corner while Raymond is around. Like, what the hell am I going to do with Raymond when he's gone in like a year? Like, that's just not good. And then we'll take a look at the tight end because he will be the successor, I imagine. Again, we can't afford everybody, and if you got a good backup, why would you pay the starter? That's about that. Let's realign the team. All right, insane but necessary blockbuster trade. J.J. Wayne, Mike Hall, next year, 6-2 years from now, for Turk and Vic with a 2nd-round pick. Young safety, young running back, probably the best running back in the league when you consider, you know, how many years he's got left as a, like, good player. You know, he's got another 4 or 5 years, and he's got 3 years left on the contract, so this is our new starting running back, and we've bought ourselves a little bit of time. Bought ourselves maybe another 3-4 years at running back, and then if we need a safety, which we probably will need one, Vic, of course, is that replacement. Super young guy. Looks pretty damn good if you ask me. Star development trait. You know, great man in zone. Get a 2nd-round pick to go with it. We'll take it all. All right, here is season number freaking 10. Shedeur Sanders, the 96 overall in season number 10. Brand new wide receiver 2. Long term could be looking good. O-line is still okay, considering defense. Linebacker's a little different. DT's a little different. Could actually put Whiteman there, but Hernandez he's not a bad player, and he hasn't even started, so I don't know. Maybe you do start Whiteman, just because he is hidden Dev. I feel like you do. Let's start Whiteman. I know Johnson's superstar, but it's all about the rookies. That's all it is. What's the next hit we're going to take? DT? Safety? Maybe? Not sure. Let's find out. All right, let's find out how broke we are again. We're not paying $20 million for a guard. We're not paying $20 million for a safety. We're not paying $20 million for a safety. We're not paying $25 for a DT. This guy, I mean, honestly, we have so many losses going for ourselves at a 3 or 7 for a 25-year-old star tackle might be worth it. What else do we have? Browning, a little too expensive. Garrison, not bad, but we have a backup safety. We just need to draft another one. I mean, we have $48 million, but I don't really feel like one player is worth keeping for almost all of that money, right? Like, unless Mason Graham is killing it, I don't know if I see it. And he's not. He's actually having one of his worst years yet, so no. think we're saving that 48. And crazy enough, forget trying to three-peat. I don't even know if we're going to make the playoffs. I know we lost some players, but we're still the best team in the league. Sure, we changed up the wide receiver, and yeah, we're going to miss the playoffs. Wow. 9th seed as 10-7. Not 8th seed, 9th. 2 10-7 teams missed the playoffs. Wow, that's tough. I almost like want to end the rebuild. I know I said I was going to go until he retires and do like a 15-year rebuild, but that almost feels like the perfect point to cut it off, right? Like we're not going to get back to that status, it doesn't seem like. Still don't think he deserves a drop-down dev quite. Once again, I really wish I could just... Boston, what a year, by the way. But I really wish I could just make it where you only show the regression for a quarterback. Because that's the one position that actually... Wow, this pass rush, especially Woodward, garbage. Obviously, you still had... Gant was great, but I guess Mike Hall was the one holding the team together. He was the glue, because as soon as we lose him, the whole D-line, besides Gant, who's always going to be great, it just fell apart. Boston, Offensive Player of the Year, let alone Rookie of the Year. Whiteman gets Rookie of the Year. Definitely worth starting him there. Who was the best running back? That was best wide receiver. Boston. Boston killed it, dude. That guy's like a 90 overall after 1 year. That's why I said, got to draft him, got to start him. Wayne would have needed a contract of looking at $30+ million per year with 48 in the cap. Yeah, glad we traded him. Yeah, you got to just take the L. Got to take the L for the greater good. And following a Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl win, we will take a look at our DevUps if we had any. Sanders not regressing yet, huh? 33 years old, no regression. Kind of crazy. Let's take a look at the rest of the team. Of course, Boston, 92 overall, X Factor. Holy crap, dude. That is a hell of a year. I mean, he won like everything. He won Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Wide Receiver of the Year, Bald of the Year. I don't know. That was just rude. That was just mean. And yeah, that's it for the offense. Take a look at the defense now. Whiteman, I guess, went to Superstar, I think. Did not have quite the year I thought he was going to with Rookie of the Year, but sure, why not? Get that dev up in there, get the XP for it. 80 overall, I mean, he's the future of the position. Not that that's a great future in my opinion, but it is the future nonetheless. Looking at the Browns, no retirements. Again, are these QBs actually like retiring anyways? Or do they just stay forever? Lamar Jackson's still here. Burrow definitely retired at some point, right? Lamar Jackson's here at 38, but Burrow's gone. Unless he's a free agent, which I don't think we even have free agents shown just yet. Maybe he retired like now. I don't even know if he was a Bengal, though, to be fair. Yeah, there he goes. After 15 years, Joe Burrow retires. I don't even know how old he would be at this point. So he must have been like 38, right? 38, 39, so... I guess Shedeur has at least 5, maybe 6 more years in him. Great. Negotiations do have $60 million, so you could arguably keep, like, someone. Would any of these guys be worth it, though? Like a free safety? Do I care that much? DT? They're not a dime a dozen, but they're not also the hardest to develop, and Mason Graham just played like garbage, so... I guess we lose all of this and see where we lay, because, yeah... I don't really like the prices on those guys, especially at their positions. If it's an edge rusher, sure. If it's a wide receiver, sure. DT, safety, especially when the DT's played poorly, maybe not so much. But look at the offense again. We're stacked up on wide receiver for life, or O-line for life, apparently. And then defensively, we just need a safety. Safety, DT. That's about it. What about Raymond? How old is he now? 30? 29, so he's still got a couple years left in him, probably. Again, though. Still looking like one of the best teams in the league, just saying. Free agents, Moulton's obviously one of the big names. Still have Anderson there. A lot of players of ours going for a lot of money. Again, we would have all the draft picks in the world. Maybe try to steal Hookland. That'd be insane if we got him for like 10 per. But outside of 10 per, I am not interested, to be honest. We didn't get the guard, but we got a Garrison back on a 4-year 20. That's not bad. Alrighty, here we are in the draft. Pick 18. I hate that glitch so much. Crazy part, 68, 6'9" wide receivers. They're not that fast, but I have no choice. All right, my intrigue will be getting the better of me, and I am absolutely, without a doubt, going for that player. All right, where was the DT? I can't even see, dude. Come on, man. So go to 18, trade down to 32, and probably take that wide receiver, to be honest. We get 2 and 3 from them with that trade down. Let's see what the Cowboys take. As we will, I mean, assuming they're there, take the 6'9" wide receiver. I don't want no short 6'8" wide receiver. I want the 6'9". So if he's not there, I'm moving on. Which, of course, he is there. We also have Feliciano, who I didn't really scout. Guy is probably a 10 times better player, but I don't care. I want the 6'9" wide receiver, Jay Sheldon. We got to develop this guy. No choice. 73 overall. Please be hidden. Hey, he actually is hidden. I was saying, please be hidden because obviously I wanted to be hidden, but I truly believe normal. A lot of those really tall players, they just they give him base because like, well, the prize is the fact that he's tall, Next pick, if Steele is there, I suppose I'll take him, but I don't really see him as much better than any of those day threeers, which we have one, so we'll see. A couple linebackers there as well. Safety, maybe. The DT's there, we'll take him, and then we'll take, with pick 18, probably a safety. Even though we got Garrison, if we get a hit in the eye, I'll just start the guy over him. Here it is, Edward Steele. Just be hidden, so he's worth it. 57 true. And he is. All right, good draft pick. Fair enough. Pick 18 in the second round. Moving along. What do we got? Then 32 afterwards. Let's see. All righty. McAllister. Got a linebacker, too, which is interesting. Fast. It's kind of all I know, though. I think you take one of the safeties. Who's the best of the two? Edgar Ventura. Obviously, Edgar looks like Garrison, so I don't know if I want him because Garrison was obviously normal. I don't know enough about either, so I suppose Ventura. There you go. Ben Ventura. What's the dev? 14 true talents. Good. And he's hidden. All right, that's our starting free safety. Boom. Easy clap. I really hate that the other safety's still there because, like, pure value-wise, especially since safety is just a position that's annoying to get, is not a bad decision to go for him. But I think we'll go Isaiah Farrell. Looks pretty good, actually. True talent 36. That's great. Sadly, normal is not, though. Day 3, round 1. This is going to be a normal dev. I know it. Every single time the true talent's round 1, it's always a normal dev player. Or not. Or not. Hit dev. Again, keeping the never-ending lineman farm going. And then we go for another lineman. Peters, 28 true, hidden dev. Yet, every single time, well, not every single time, but the Panthers franchise, we hit the normal dev Metcalf. Of course we do. But I'm telling you, dude, that was genuinely, I know, I keep going on about it here and there, genuinely the worst draft we've seen Madden 26. Maybe the worst draft we'll see all Madden long. Like, kid you not. Speaking of, you know what? Redeem yourself, Metcalf. Different Metcalf, do it. Okay, he is hidden. All right, the rest of the draft picks are going to be UDFAs that may or may not ever play for us. All right, draft recap. A lot of these guys pretty low overall, though. Jay Sheldon, let's see how we're looking. Looks pretty good to me. Let's see. Edit those players. Give us Superstar. Give us X Factor. Give us something to live for. And he is only star. I mean, I still kind of want to start him. I'll be honest with you. Still kind of want to start him. Feel like you have to, dude. He's 7'9". 7'9"? 6'9". Still tall. Might as well be 7'9". That's not true. Of course, Steele's automatically going to start as well. What do we got? Dev of only star. A little disappointing there. Curious to see what that 6'8" wide receiver is as well. That's already the guy we looked at. Fantastic. Now we have the bugged out background. Ventura is definitely going to be a starter as well. Kind of iffy coverage, but he'll be the starting free safety. Dev of star as well. So we're kind of, lackluster devs. He's got the cool, arm sleeve with the brace on, which I don't think you can manually do. If I'm not mistaken, you actually have to get that just randomly, otherwise you just don't get it. I don't think you can actually put that on. It overrides it, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Dev for McAllister, automatic starter at left tackle, I think, because our current left tackle is not great, and he's a little on the old. But yeah, we got a bunch of good players. I mean, obviously some hidden dev linemen. The huge. We got by far the most value trading our backup quarterback to the Chargers. No other team would even give us a first for him. So first and second to the Chargers, even if it's interconference. We get a second round pick off the Giants this time for our linemen. All right, season number 11. Team's looking about as good as you're going to get, right? We're losing players left and right. We actually have a little bit of a cap space left, but, who's going to be next? We talked about. Woodward was not great, so Monroe's going to get the start. Let's see how he plays at that position. All right, not a great season. Contracts. Oh, we got a lot of money. 3-year, 143, dude. Literal Micah Parsons contract. That's crazy, man. How well is he playing, though? He's playing pretty well again, dude. What the hell do you do with that? That's Like, that's got to be like tag money, no? 3 or 1 4. I'm not offering $50 million per. You're crazy. I'll do a 5th year option before then. A 5th year option, a tag, I should say. Gonzalez is pretty good. We've always kind of held like one of the linemen on the team, and actually paid them for every once in a while. So that'll be that guy, if you will. Parker's really good. The price is really fair. Interesting. We have $106 million. Tight end, I think we're just going to replace with the backup, which we should be good with. Got some money. Do we really want to lose 2 wide receivers? Kind of need to. I hate to say it, but you kind of need to. Like, they're 31-ish, right? Or was it not 2? It was the same guy. It was just, okay, I thought it was Baptiste as well. Yeah, I guess I'll pay Parker as well. We have $90 million. We'll tag Gant. And then I think everyone else goes, I suppose. Woodward has really not played well, so we're going to let him go. We'll save money for anyone we have to pay in the future, like Monroe. All right, playoffs. You had a pretty bad season. I don't know if we're going to finish out strong with the playoff push or not. And we do not. 7-10. I mean, we still have an amazing team. I'm not really sure why we're falling off as hard as we are, but we absolutely have, unfortunately. Take a look at those stats and awards. I mean, still, Shedeur doesn't deserve to regress, so not going to change that dev any. Sheldon, 20 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Could be that we started a really low overall wide receiver that we didn't need to, but Monroe had a great year as his first year as a starter. Problem is he's going to need a contract already soon, too. Cardi was okay. Punting was good. Sheldon, did he have the same situation like Boston? Let's take a look. No, but he did get Rookie of the Year. We got Rookie of the Year on defense as well. Fair enough. Sheldon should at least be like somewhere in the 80s. 6'9" wide receiver with talent. Just saying. Vikings versus the Ravens. Purple battle. And the winner is the Vikings. Let's take a look at our potential dev-ups, if we had any. Sheldon, 83 overall. So not amazing, but, he does go up in dev. Goes to 83 overall. That's not bad. A 6'9" wide receiver. Kind of insane. Anyone else around here going up in dev? Doesn't seem to be on offense. Actually, the running back went up, I think. Am I crazy? I think he went up. I think Turk is now a 90 overall superstar. Already 28 himself. Already regressing. It's insane. I wonder if Sanders would regress, did he? Let's see. 98, or 96. Probably a little bit. A little bit, not much. 34 years old now. Still looks great, though. So, still got a couple years left in him. Maybe as much as 4 more years. Defensively, dev up for, I think, Steele, right? It's really hard to keep up with all these because, like, we're just constantly putting brand new players in and out of the lineup, trading them off, drafting this, that, and the other thing, losing to free agency, all that stuff. No one else went up in dev anywhere else, but yeah, there you go, 91 overall. Missing the playoffs. Very surprised by that, though. Let's take a look at our retirements. None. What about the Ravens? Is Lamar still here at 39 years old or what? He's still here, dude. This rebuild may never end. This rebuild very well could never end. I mean, if Lamar's still here at 39, and if he's regressing, sure, but I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I guess Shedeur is that guy. He might be here for another 5-10. It'd be perfect if it ended with a 15-year rebuild, but we'll see. We'll have to see. Gant, franchise tag, 42.8, like we said, cheaper. 5th-year option for Monroe. I don't know, actually. Even though he's an X Factor, he's 85. Might not cost us that much, so we're going to hold off. Might regret it mightily, but that's fine. I think we did an okay job. We have a lot of money left over, and we're not really losing any young players, unlike the corner we lost a year or 2 back. All right, here we are in free agency. Yeah, I might be turning on dev regression. I really don't want to, though. But, like, we're to the point where guys like Caleb Williams, X Factor, Brett Wells, Superstar, Cam Ward, X Factor, are just in free agency because there's so many quarterbacks. These teams, A, can't afford them, and B, don't want to afford them because they don't need to. They really just don't need to, so I don't know. We'll give it another season. We'll see. But, I mean, even Lamar's a free agent now. Like, we're going to get to the point where there's more good quarterbacks in free agency right now than there are in the real world. Like, you could already argue that you're right up there with some of the best comparatively. Like, 93, 93, 91, 89, 89. You know, like, that already might be higher than or close to higher than the top 5 in the game. Very close to it. And these are free agents. You know, that's kind of unrealistic, kind of insane in general. But yeah, I mean, outside of upgrading our O-line, there's not really much we can do for our team. So unless we can snag, like, somebody that we don't really need, but it's like a slight upgrade for cheap, probably going to be moving on to the draft again. Which even those have gotten so repetitive that I'm like, do we even want to show that, or I just start showing the results of the draft? Let me know in the future if we do more of these 10-plus year rebuilds. Would you even want to see the draft? You want me to just show you the results? Let me know. All right, in the draft with pick 6 overall, it's kind of a spot that you'd want to be taking maybe an edge rusher with. We don't know what's going to happen with Gant. He's 30, 31. You know, there's kind of situations going there. Norton, you know, looks like a pretty good running back. A little slow, different type of back, but looks really solid. It's got a couple wide receivers that look decent. You know, just positions that you know you need to take high and could be problems in the future, right? And I think running back is definitely one of those positions, especially if Gant goes. Edge is also that position. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Pick 6 overall. You don't like to waste this elsewhere than edge, typically. So it might be the route we go. Let's find out here as maybe. What about the other guy? Ramirez. So Enrique Ramirez, a power move. Decently fast. Not amazing, but decently fast. And you have Grayson. A little bit worse, but, you know, still on my board just in case he was one of the last guys to fall, maybe. And then that's sort of kind of it. You have one guy in McLean with an A finesse, but, I mean, if you're going to take him, you might as well take Ramirez. I don't love Ramirez, but, again, I think that's the best value here all the way up at 6. Outside of a trade down. 36 true. If he's normal, that would suck. Wow. Okay, so I kind of felt like that was a possibility, but I still didn't believe it. Well, I was wrong. Next pick, do I take wide receiver? Alfonso Slaughter. Almost said Ribeiro. He looks insane, so that's who I'm going to take. Maybe trade off Baptiste. 6 true talent. Dev, normal. But yeah, I mean, that's another Baptiste / Thomas type. Drafted those guys a long time ago. It seems like we're drafting a bunch more. Let's see what we do at 6 here in the second round of that running back's there. I'm taking him. He's still there. That's who I'm taking. Sheldon Norton. True talent of 32. It's not bad. Hidnev, that is the heir to the throne at running back, I think. Then pick 11. Probably going to go safety here. Don't really need safety just yet, but our strong safety hasn't really developed, so if he needs a contract, I'm not going to pay him, obviously. Well, I wouldn't say obviously, but I'm just not going to, straight up. With that, though, could use a linebacker. How good were these guys? Don't know a whole lot about them, but don't know if I trust that speed on the left side, but all I care is if they're good players. You know, and usually, yeah, I care about, you know, if I'm using the team, I need speed, but for a rebuild, I don't really care as much, right? Let's take a look at the 3 safeties, see which one's the best, and take one. Actually, you know what? I lied. Let's go with Dalton Watkins. I think those safeties will stick around at 29. Ooh. Oh, that was a terrible out of left field moment. That was a really bad draft pick. And I guess we'll take Stanford. He looks really good as a safety. He could even be a corner if you need him to be. True talent 34. Dev of hit and 92 speed to go with it. Great man coverage. Probably decent zone. And we've had some pretty good luck in this one drafting QBs. So Callum Wise, the next line of maybe superstars. 63 true. And it's another hidden. We've drafted 2 superstar dev line quarterbacks in this rebuild. Can we make it a third? That would be crazy. And then the rest are going to be making trade downs and taking linemen. All right, another draft in the books, and the game is getting laggier and laggier as it goes on. Like, I genuinely can't even move this right now. Okay, there we go. Slaughter, 79 overall. Unfortunately, normal dev, but yeah, this guy is the future at the slot position. We'll see if we can trade off. Who is it? Baptiste is still here. Running back, I'm curious about. Everyone else is kind of mid. Like, even that edge rusher, he might be decent, but normal dev as well. Super L take there at 6. 6 overall is tough to have normal dev. Norton, he's only star dev, but still maybe the future at the position. And then, you know, as usual, bunch of run. Oh, actually, we'll take a look at the QB as well. Bunch of lineman types. Callum Wise, maybe the future of this team if Shedeur is even gone by the time his rookie deal's up. Rating star dev. And then Jake Stanford. I don't think he's going to start for us, but he could. He looks good. Looks really talented, and his dev is star as well. A lot of stars. We are on to season number 12 for number 12. Shedeur Sanders, of course. Team, it's looking different. It's looking worse. There's still potential long-term, but yeah, it is obviously a little bit of a shell of its former self. Of course, Ventura should be the starter here, but yeah, I mean, we're still going strong, 89 overall. Just haven't really been winning the playoffs. Still debating on what I want to do here with Sanders. I think we'll play one more season without him being, like, you know, mass regression. If he doesn't regress a good amount, though, yeah, we're going to turn dev regression on, because otherwise this rebuild is going to go 20, 30 years. And here we are with contracts. This is a theft for Monroe. Definitely paying him long-term. Raymond, probably one more year. Gant might be another franchise. Well, not a franchise tag, but a tag. Turk, if I can get him on a 2-year, I'll do it. Baptiste will let go. Pryor will definitely pay for that contract. Johnson, no. McManus, yes. Vic, yes. Allen, probably not. Riley, no. And with all those names, we should still probably have a good $70 million left over. Here we go. Headed to playoffs. We took care of most of the contracts. Still don't know what the hell we're going to do with Gant, but playoffs should be good. We looked pretty damn good to start the season, 8-3. That's where I left them off, and 11-6. So not as good of a finish, but fair enough. Let's take a look at Shedeur Sanders. 31 touchdowns, 4 picks, 4,000 yards. Turk was much better. Boston, solid. Slaughter, solid. Sheldon, you know, down year, but we obviously put Slaughter at the helm. Try to get him some Rookie of the Year love as well. Gant with 20 sacks. Steele with 11.5. Monroe right on the nose of double digits. Whiteman, not the best. Picks a little low. Kicking was amazing. We got Gonzalez back. The guy comes and goes as he pleases. Don't know why no one signed him long-term, but sure. Yearly awards. Caleb Williams as a Panther is the MVP of the league. And then looking at us, Offensive Rookie of the Year, obviously. Best running back with Turk. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Can the team get back to the Super Bowl, or are they going to fall short immediately? I wanted to see the damn overall. It's 87 overall Dolphins, 11-6, just like us. 91 overall for us. And we do lose. Wow. Okay, our reign of dominance, terror, whatever you want to call it, kind of over. Really should have just called it a 10-year rebuild. It's not too late. I could edit all this out. But at this point, I'm kind of in it for the long haul. They just outplayed us a little bit, just a tiny bit. I mean, we looked better, but they just had enough scoring more than us. That's all there really is to it. That's all it really takes, to be fair. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see who's in it, and see who's winning it. Again, we'll see how this regression plays out. And then with that, decide if we want to... Did that shit? No, that's JJ maybe for MVP of the Super Bowl. I don't know. I thought it said MVP for JJ. I don't even know. But we'll see if we want to do regression on or not. Dev regression, because... Yeah, I would think a 15-year rebuild would be perfect. That's where I'm at, but maybe not. We'll see. Buccaneers win 24-21. See if there was any regression here. There is maybe a point or two. Not really much, though. I mean, we're starting to see it. I guess we'll play it out. We'll just play the whole damn thing out. Year 13. I mean, honestly, he could actually regress to, like, garbage status anyways. Like, he's 35 now. Could even retire 36, 37. Who knows? But, yeah, he could still just regress anyways. So, we'll see. We'll see. Let's take a look at our retirements if we had any. And I'm, again, curious to see. Well, I guess I can't really show because Lamar's not on the Ravens anymore. I don't know who would have retired. Let's see. CJ Stroud does retire. Texan. Was he the Texan the whole time? Of course, JJ Wayne with the Texans also retires. Our player, obviously. Robinson with the Steelers is gone. Genty with the Raiders. Golden with the Packers. Loveland with the Jets. Mike Green with the Dolphins. Tyler Booker with the Cowboys. Damn, he's actually around a lot longer than I thought he would have been. Judkins goes with the Colts. Poor Judkins leaving us. Kyle Hamilton, Marvin Harrison Jr. Mason Graham retires. Mike Hall retires. Damn. Bo Nix, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson retiring at 40. Could be the Shedeur Sanders way. We'll have to find out. But there you have it. Let's get to another offseason. $80 million. Boston. It's kind of what he's going to want for anyways. He'll do a 5th year. Gant wants a 2-year 92, huh? Like to play for a new team. How much is that 5th year? Or not 5th year. I keep calling it the wrong thing every time. The tag. Jesus. Yeah, I'll play him on the tag again. I'm sure he'll want to play on it. And I think... Wait, Peak is a... option. We'll pay him long term. $37 million. We're back Right in the hole, right where we started. Damn. Again, free agency's kind of wasted. At this point, though, it's almost like, should we even show you free agency anymore? Because we're not spending money, like, ever in here. We just don't have the money to do it. All right, we're in the draft. 21 is our pick. Looked around for pretty much everything. Oh, Cunningham. I mean, tight end, the guy we got, sat him as a couple years, and it did not really go that well. 21, huh? I kind of want that tight end, though. I'd be willing to go up to, like, 12. But, yeah, I mean, just look how laggy it is. Like, this is the kind of stuff that makes doing rebuilds and wanting to do rebuilds, especially long ones like this, you know, not the highest of desires. I mean, look at how laggy that is. I'll tell you how when I'm pressing. I'm pressing, well, I mean, I think you can tell. I'm pressing it now. Which, I mean, look at that. Let's press it again now. It was so laggy, it just didn't even register. Pressing again now. I mean, it's just so laggy. Like, what if I want to get to 15 here? Oh, like a whole minute to get to 15 manually. That is insanity. Again, super laggy, but we got the trade in. Let's make this draft pick. The less time I can spend in this draft, the better anyways, so I don't care if we end up with a bad draft class, as long as I can get out of here. Rhett Cunningham, tight end 1 for the next 4 years. True talent 5. Oh my lag. Dev, hidden Dev, not the fastest guy in the world, but fast enough. And of course, high overall with Dev. That's also huge importance. At this point, you know, we probably just need O-line more than anything. The Drew, dude, Drew is still there. That's insane. That really sucks. Can't believe that. Savage, corner. I mean, we could go linebacker. I think linebacker's fine, though. But I guess we still could take one, because why not? This guy looks really insane, actually. Bobby Olsen looks fast. Welcome to the team, Bobby Olsen. If we even have a spot for him. Wow, that was really fast. Look at this. Normal dev. All that for a normal dev. You'll just see the recap at the end. I can't do it. Yo, this is actually getting kind of crazy. Like, I actually don't even know if this could handle doing a 20-year, let alone 15. Well, not let alone 15, but, a 15. Cunningham, the obvious prize of this draft, if you will. We traded up quite a bit to get him, so hopefully he's good. He's good. He is good. Hey, redemption for the Panthers franchise. Not really at all, to be honest. The other two guys were normal, so kind of a mid-draft outside of the tight end. All right. I don't even know what season it is. I usually just look at Sanders. Yeah, 13. Season number 13. Kind of feeling potentially like we might want to turn on dev regression. Maybe not. Maybe for the future ones we will. You know, if we do a future one, because I got to be honest with you, this one's taking its toll. Especially with that lag, dude. I'm telling you, that lag is really just... I hate when things are like that. Like you're just sitting there waiting for it to go. If I had dial-up or something, I would lose it. I'd look for the chair. I'd look for the rope. So I can hang some decorations up, obviously. Resignings. Right tackle is actually not bad, so we'll actually think about it. Whiteman, not Reitman. We'll definitely pay him. Raymond, I think we're going to let go. Gant. At this point, you might have to let go. Peak. I think you got to let some of these like really expensive guys go just so you can get a bunch of the underneath type of players, you know, the lower overalls in there. You have Sheldon coming up too. Damn, dude, this team, it's just because the salary cap's not going up. I think it maxes out after a little while, which is just kind of stupid, but sure. I think we'll pay Wagner, we'll pay Peak, and then Whiteman. Those will be the three. Playoffs. What are we looking at? How we looking? 9-8. Wow, I can't believe we even made the damn playoffs at that rate. Shedeur Sanders, 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 4,100 yards. Still, I don't think that's worthy of, like, manual regression. Oh, my lord, the lag. Where would that put us for QB? MVP-wise, it puts us at 7. QB-wise, it puts our guy at 3. So, I mean, he's a Pro Bowler. He is a Pro Bowler. Although, the way the game is kind of built, how many X-Factor QBs are there? Yeah, I think 3rd. Top 3 is worthy. I think if he gets outside of the top 3, we drop the dev manually, but I don't know if I want to turn on dev regression as we beat the Ravens 35-7. But at the same time, that is another concern of, like, maybe it's just because my Xbox been on too long, but, like, the lag is genuinely, like, almost unplayable. Like, it literally looks like it's going to crash almost any time we do anything. This manual simming's actually gone better than any of the lag stuff. But here we are, Browns versus Dolphins. We're just going to sim. We've been to, how many did we win now? 4? 4 Super Bowls? 3 at least. 4, I think, though. And it's taking so long, dude. And we do win. All right, there you go. Super Bowl 5 now, is that? Is that our 5th Super Bowl win? I think it might be. That is not what we want to do. Boom. Easy clap. 5th Super Bowl win, I think. That's the wrong thing. It's league history. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Bowls, baby. Not bad. Looking pretty good. Retirement's definitely not going to be Shedeur, but you never know. I mean, it could be crazy. And it's Dylan Kane. Let's take a look at the regression, see if it's bad at all. Probably won't be. Is that Herbert retiring? 93 overall. So, yeah, I mean, somewhat significant. 2 or 3 overalls. I mean, that's still going to make him, like, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's top 8. But it's a significant drop, I suppose. DevOps, surprisingly, Slaughter doesn't go up in Dev. Obviously, Cunningham was already an X factor. And then defensively, Pryor, I think, might have went up in Dev, which is, hey, sweet. Not bad. Let's go on to the offseason again, though. Re-signing. It's going to be tough. We're going to see a lot of guys go to free agency like Gant. And obviously, with the 32nd pick overall, not going to be able to replace him very easily. Sheldon, I mean, that's probably too much. Need a corner as well. Yeah, the team is, again, taking another hit at some pretty big positions here. And then, of course, I'm not even going to look at free agency. There's just no point. We're not spending money there ever. More painful lag. I guess we'll take a look at the edge rusher. 74 overall, 76 power move. I think we have to start him, though. Like, I don't know if we have a better option. And then, of course, the corner 78 overall actually was, wow, 85 zone. It's actually insane. Low catch, iffy acceleration. I'm feeling maybe he is actually a safety. I'm playing in my corner anyways, but still. Yeah, a couple of okay picks, but overall, really didn't get the edge rusher I was hoping we would. All right, here we are for season number 14. Shedeur Sanders, the 93 overall. We're probably going to start looking at his stats and awards yearly now, just in case. 36 is, for most positions, it's a position, it's an age where you just never know. Right? They could just completely go. Still, obviously, a bit of a fraction of the team we once were, but again, I would imagine in the top 5 minimum every single year. Also, we've been mainly focusing nationally on O-line, especially the interior. We're going to be going DT this time. I think we're a little weak there. I mean, we're kind of weak at edge too, but I want DT. Do I? Yeah, that might be a lie. It is actually edge we need, but there's no point even scouting it all the way because we aren't going to have a draft pick to take anyone anyways. Where we're going to be drafting is usually just going to be whoever's there is there. All right, Conch. Oh, my God, dude. You would have thought this was a quarterback. $41 million per year. Like, tell me why I'm not just tagging this guy. Because that's what we're going to be doing. At least with Sheldon, A, it's cheaper, and B, he doesn't, want more than what he's saying he wants. Like, Boston wants way too much. All right, we're not doing it. Probably tag him. I mean, there's some linemen here. Oh, Bolin? This is unfair. Now, this is the type of contract that keeps you one of the best teams in the league. Like, that is insane. 7 years, 35, I think that was. I didn't really even pay attention, but I'm pretty sure that was $5 million per year. Unbelievable. Turk. I mean, I don't know how many more years we have left in this rebuild anyway, so I'm going to try to do a 1-year deal because he should be good for at least one more season, but then again, he might regress. There's a good chance he does regress pretty hard. Oh, yeah, Shedeur needs a damn contract. Oh, wow, we're actually more screwed than I thought. That might be a tag from Shedeur. I mean, he's like, oh, never mind. I'm about to say, he's asking for a lot. Tag is kind of crazy. So we might actually lose Boston here and Steele. I thought we were cooking. I thought we were chilling, but apparently not. Wow, okay. Yeah, it is really hard to keep a team going when they keep wanting more and more money because players keep getting better and better across the board, but the salary cap isn't increasing. Insanely up or down season could easily see us missing, but also could make it. We'll see. Not a hard opponent week 18, it seemed, although it might have been the Steelers, but a lower win total team. And I say that, yet who's the one sending us packing? I don't know if it would have actually mattered because we lost to the Ravens and they were the 7th seed. So Oof. Oof. Man, I'll be honest with you. Should have cut it off at 10. 10 years should have been the number. We'll see what kind of regression we have. Assuming Shedeur doesn't straight up retire. I mean, he's still killing it. This is what you kind of need dev regression on if you want a situation where you're not got like 4 40-year-old quarterbacks that are the best in the entire league at any given time. But yeah, I mean, the team without Gant is just not the same. It really is Gant. I don't think it's anyone else on this team that left more than Gant. Shedeur Sanders, number 2. How many times has that guy come close to winning MVP? I don't think he's won it once. Was that... Did I just see Gant, by the way? No way that was Gant, right? Bruh. The Chargers, they always go for them. When Parsons didn't have his contract in game, Chargers every time. I don't know how they know about the good pass rushers that are nearing the end of their prime, but they're still got a little left in their tank, but they do. They just know. Of course, looking at the numbers, though, Shedeur Sanders, 4 for 4 for touchdowns, 92 picks, 52,000 yards, 111.1 passer rate, 8.3 yards per attempt, 85 long, 615 times sacked, and 238 games played. Take a look at those awards, if many, to be honest. So here are the seasons. Well, that's not what I wanted. There you go. So here's the seasons as they go. 2 seasons with 10-plus picks right out the gate. Every other season, under double digits. Unbelievable. Let's take a look now at the awards. He had 3 Pro Bowl appearances, a couple of Player of the Weeks, best quarterback twice, league leader in passer rating once. But he's still got time to put up more. Of course, multiple time Super Bowl winner, we should also mention. You know, it's kind of leaving something off there with the legacy just a little bit. Stefanski up there with those coaches. But yeah, 5-time Super Bowl champion, Shedeur Sanders. A little bit more than just what they showed. Gant, of course, a bunch of Super Bowls with us. Yeah, Mahomes, not a single Super Bowl more. Pretty damn clutch. Shedeur Sanders, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see if Shedeur wants to ride it out for another season or not. And if he does, what he will be as an overall. Probably should have waited on that contract, huh? Cowboys, Broncos. And Cowboys, 24-20. Let's take a look at retirements. Was Shedeur one of them? Actually, how much money do we have? He might have. He might have actually retired. He didn't. Okay, so I don't know where all his money's coming from, but we are very much so desperate for it. Shedeur Sanders in 92 overalls. I mean, is he ever going to retire? I don't know. Like, that's how much he retired at this point in time. But again, he's playing like he doesn't deserve to retire, so we'll take a look at the other dev up. So Sheldon goes to X Factor. Turk is down in 86 overall, so probably going to let him go anyways. Defensively, McManus, I believe, went to... Oh, wow, Rab. Wait, did Rab win Defensive Rookie of the Year and I just completely forgot? I kind of went through the motions. I mean, we've went 14 seasons. You cut me some slack with going through the motions a little bit at times. I forgot we started the rookie. This is why you start your rookies, even though he's only a 79 overall because our XP sliders are a little low. But yeah, he actually had a better season than I would have thought, at least winning awards-wise. Interesting. Let's take a look at re-signings where we apparently have money to do that. Should be able to hopefully keep the wide receiver, Boston, especially since our money's already accounted here, right? Yeah, it's actually not... It's not bad. I suck. I hate that I just took that contract, but sure, he's a good player. Why not? Steele. How well is Steele played? We did scout DTs. Yeah, no. It tackles for a lot. That's not a bad season. But is it $20 million per year good? I don't know. I don't know if I would say so. So, yeah, we're going to save money for some of the guys that are coming up next season. We got those guys coming up. I don't want to deal with it, so we are going to not deal with it. Punter, if we want him, we probably get him in free agency shortly from now. We have money for free agency, but again, we're not gonna do any of that garbage. Just taking a look. Maybe we find somebody that's kind of cheaper than we expected. Caleb, who's 36. Wonder how many other old players are around here. Probably not many, but I'm curious. Could get Sellers as well. Just keep, riding the free agency train at running back, just so we don't have to worry about it. Because, running back is a tough position to develop. And you kind of need a little bit of time to do so in general. As far as everything else goes, though, we lost some linemen. We should still be fine, though. And we'll probably go, Feliz as, a low ball and see if maybe he wants to join up. But yeah, free agency is just filled with so many of our players that we just lost or lost recently enough. And Yeah, we are slowly but surely, like, filling up the entire league with talent. We did get sellers, but it does appear that Felix, I don't know why Felix is coming out there, but yeah, Felix is joining, not us. All right, pick 17 in the draft, and yeah, as expected. Oh, actually, no, it's the glitch. I still think this guy is generational, but no, it was a glitch. It was the top 5 glitch, which just showed up again. I don't know why. It's got to be something to do with how, like, much data is being saved, because it's becoming more and more frequent as this thing goes on. That running back looks insane, and I think he is generational, but outside of, like, top 5, maybe at 5, I can go up and get him. He probably is worth it, to be fair, but they're broke, so I literally had to use all draft picks. Oh, wow, they actually just took that straight up, huh? I mean, I still feel like that's pretty fair. Like, I'd say I could have maybe gotten something back, but DeMar Hunter looks good. 429. Is he actually generational? I think so. A juke, A spin, A truck, B stiff, A ball carrier vision, A awareness, A break time. He's probably generational. Let's see. Number 1 true. Actually, oh yeah, I forgot. I was like, oh. But I forgot it actually everyone's number 1 true. But 96 speed, 95 excel, hidden dev. I still believe he's probably generational. All right, need a DT, 20 years old. That's usually good enough for me. Jake White. Yeah, average pick C-. True talent 1, surely. Oh, I don't know about that. He's pretty garbage. And then in the interest of saving time, because this video is probably going to be 3 hours long, we are going to spend the rest of these picks on O-linemen that you don't need to see. All right, let's take a look at that draft recap. Oh, my. So the DT was a miss. The random wide receiver I got was a miss, but these 2 guys were hidden. But the running back, 86 overall. The best draft pick of this rebuild. Now, I will say this guy could still be non-X Factor. I've seen it a lot, but I would imagine, yeah, nice. All right, well, we've got to go to running back. The guy we got in free agency is completely useless. I don't care, though. I'm loving it. Yo! I literally was like, I did the draft or whatever. I don't know why. Wait, what? Did I check him retiring before? Yo! And why is he number 10? Oh my god. Like, I had a match for the online league, like, shortly, during, I kind of needed to, like, wrap it up and get to that game, and I did everything I needed to do, and then I'm like, okay, well, let's cut this off and go over to the thing. I must have just been thinking of that and not thinking of this. Yeah. Shedeur Sanders is retired, and he's a Hall of Famer, apparently. I don't know if they actually, I don't know if he actually announced in the class, but maybe they're just like, well, obviously, he's going to make a Hall of Fame. But Shedeur Sanders retires after 14 years in the league, which I don't even think is true, right? Was that? No, it was, because this is about to be 15. Again, if you've been clickbaited, you're like 15 years. You know what? You're not. You know what? You're not being clickbaited. We'll look at the team real quick. This is the team. We're doing 1 more year. You're going to have to see this out. We're going to start our guys, and, well, that sucks. That draft was all for nothing. Did I not check? Maybe I checked during Super Bowl week, simmed it, and then I don't know. I don't really care about the backups. We're just doing this 1 season anyways. Let's fix that up, and let's do this last season. I don't want anyone complaining, oh, clickbait, liar, it's not 15. No, dude. No. I am doing 15 years. I guess technically the title's probably going to be something like, doing rebuilding the Browns until Shedeur retires. It's crazy, dude. I thought about, putting regression on for a while, and then I was like, you know what? I think it'll be fun. I think he'll go by 39-40. I could live with it another couple of years. But no, 37 years old, 38 years old. He calls it quits. All right. Let's go. End of the season. Don't care about re-signings because, this thing's over. We're not doing another 15 years. I can't. Dude. Shout out to Headstrong, which, he doesn't really do Madden videos anymore, but if you ever watch his videos, he did a couple of 30-year rebuilds. They did pretty well, so fair enough. It's probably worth it in the end, but holy crap, dude. 30-year rebuilds. 10, I'm like, okay, yeah, I could deal with 10. 10's all right. I actually think they're pretty fun. 15, okay, we're pushing it. 20, yeah, you're really pushing it. 30, the chair is coming out. The rope is coming out. I'm going to be on the news, Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I hear thunder outside. Bro, I'm too busy today to be having power outages. I love rain. I love the storms. And this is how you're going to treat me. Oh, man, that sucks, dude. That's tough. Power's going to go up. I just know it. I just know it. By the way, diabolical work for EA Place. Someone explained to me how without Shedeur, we're in the playoffs with a bye week. What? How does that make any sense? Yeah, I yapped the entire way. You guys have to watch some bullcrap sim screen, and then right as it's week 17, week 18, yeah, let me edit that out real quick. Don't want you guys sitting there for no reason. But looking at the numbers, Callum Wise, the guy we drafted all these backup quarterbacks, and finally we get to use one. Is the starting quarterback here? Is that how many sacks for the center? Jesus, that's tough. D-line outside of DT2, pretty good actually. This has been a long one. I cannot believe it is actually coming to an end. We obviously have to take a look at the record board as well, a record list, if you will. Hunter was Offensive Rookie of the Year, and that was it. If Wise wins a Super Bowl with the Browns, like after the, we couldn't make the playoffs, Shedeur retires. Shedeur's, legacy is kind of tainted a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a tad bit. And by that, I mean, obviously not at all. Won 5 Super Bowls. You're getting a little too old to play. It is what it is. It happens. As I think we're still in it, dude. We're in the Super Bowl. 1 for the road. It's the Dallas Cowboys we're against, too. Could be a perfect ending. Could be a perfect ending. We get a 5-year, 5 Super Bowl Shedeur Sanders career. He retires. We do 1 more year to get that 15th season in. And Cleveland wins the Super Bowl. They're in good hands. The next era that we don't even need to see because we can leave them in good hands is upon us. And all is well. All is well. Of course, whether they win a Super Bowl or not, that's all truthful anyways. Don't know what the contract situations will be, but that is not my problem. We are skipping all that crap. 14-7. And with that field goal, that could be it. 17-14. No, it's not. Oh my, the team is selling. Wait, that's their ball? Oh, they're going backwards. 4-5. I mean, even better. We have to come into the game to try and save the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That is crazy. 6'9" wide receiver, by the way. Got to see that out. I mean, 6'9" wide receiver, by the way. If he would have caught that, that would have been absolutely insane. Got some size in this team. Look at Sheldon. Perfect throw by Wise. Slaughter to about the 50. Hurry it up. Hurry it up. Quit your yap. Hurry it up. Bro, what are we doing? Are we having like a whole conference? Let's go verts in general. They keep doubling over on Boston, and it's a tough one. Good play. We'll call one timeout. I don't know how many we have left, but we'll call one. We have 2. And no, that is a glitch. I had in the Packers game, it showed Eagles on the other side, which was not the team we were playing. I don't love that. Damn, I don't love that. It's all right. Clock's not really a super concern for us. Not a super concern. Let's go left side now. We got a lot of talent. It's just not a whole lot of speed outside of one guy. It's a big guy. Oh my God. I don't think he caught it anyways, but we were over the line. That's tough. Curious to see if he caught it. I don't think so. Left foot's probably out. It was. Okay. How do you even run a slant with a 6'9" wide receiver? Surely they can see this coming, right? And he drops it. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. I used to be team tall as hell. And now I am team Y. Just go for someone short. It's a weird team to be a part of, but it's true. Oh, Boston's got a lot of room. Damn, I can't believe they choked that. To the 26. That is terrible defense. Let's go screen pass. Hunter. Haven't really gotten to use him. It's Sellers. Why the hell is Sellers in third down running back situation? Oh my. We almost got it. That guard, whoever the hell that is, that guy's cooking. That guy is cooking. Do you see that block? I was about to say, oh my, that block is insane. And then unfortunately someone else got in. Hurry up. We got to win it. Oh, Sheldon. 6'9". Not 6'8", not 6'7", 6'9". Yeah, gotta hurry this up before that lightning strikes my life and I die. I'm not even using a wire controller, but it concerns me. I don't even think that's even... How does that even work? Can you get electrocuted through your stuff? Probably, right? I got my microphone. Sometimes I bump into it. I don't know. Maybe this is it for me. But yeah, Cleveland Browns, 6th Super Bowl in this rebuild. A 33+% win percentile. And one of them with a very accurate Wise, replacing a very old Shedeur Sanders, who had himself a crazy career. Who gave up 7 sacks? Okay. Are you serious? 5.5 sacks for that pass rusher. I imagine they're going to trade him off for a couple of draft picks. I still can't believe I freaking edited the recording like 10 minutes away from being done with it, dude. Ugh. What a disaster. Talk about adding more freaking random files to my computer. That's not code for anything sus. I promise. But yeah, there's the win. A couple things you want to look at. We obviously want to look at the record books. So careers. Yeah, Shedeur's not going to win anything in the careers. But, oh, wow, look at this. Micah Parsons, most sacks ever. I got to be honest with you, though. Like, I'm not sick of it because, I mean, it's awesome to have a hype team. But I got to be honest with you. I don't know how the hell any of you guys watch, like, a Packers broadcast or anything. The glaze is crazy. Which, to be fair, Parsons is killing it. Let's call it how it is. He is dominating right now. I know the stats maybe don't look great, but there is triple teams happening on a constant basis because that is how deadly he is. He is out there to prove something right now, and it's crazy. But yeah, the glaze is also crazy, which I just glazed the hell out of him right there. But yeah, it is pretty wild as it's just constantly like, you know, Parsons wouldn't be on the field. Oh, that's just because of Parsons, you know? You got to account for a guy. It's like, really, dude? Relax. But yeah, Shedeur Sanders, career yardage, touchdowns, season as well. Game rookie? No, Baker Mayfield. Damn it. Man, Baker Mayfield's pretty good. I bet you he had a long career in Cleveland, right? I'm sure of that, obviously, right? Stefanski, the current coach is at least the number one guy, 666. I'm sure that has nothing to do with why you're successful. Actually, ridiculous work, by the way. Like, what are the actual odds of that? But yeah, 6 Super Bowls. We have done well for ourselves. We even cut corners at times. You know, we didn't fully scout at all times. Sometimes we cut corners a little bit to speed the process along, but we still made really good draft picks. And, you know, we made some mistakes, obviously, but got a lot of fun characters in there as well. You know, talking about the 6'9" wide receiver and, you know, this generational running back is pretty cool. But yeah, Sheldon, let's take a look at him. 91 overall. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. 6'9". I mean, just ridiculous. What ability do they give him, by the way? Steamroller, fair enough, I guess. Iron Man, recuperation, then ironically enough, first one free. He's 6'9". Who is he juking? A long-lasting life because he might have one of those diseases that he's tall because he's going to die. That was really grim and harsh, all right? But anyways, that's going to be it. That's what I'll leave you with. What a rebuild. Again, if you guys want to see another one of these 15-plus years, maybe we go with the Titans next. Cam Ward. Play until he retires. I need to see some love on the video. I mean, I might have even said in the beginning where 500 likes guarantees it, but 500 likes pretty damn sure guarantees we do another one of these 15-plussers with a different team, maybe like the Titans, Cam Ward, or something like that. Anyways, though, really do appreciate you guys a ton for watching and just being here and leaving comments, dude. I love, like, even if, you know, it's the off-season video at the Panthers, which I've mentioned a billion times now, and I'm just getting roasted for it. I love that stuff, too. Like, it's just, I love interacting. I love the yap. Like, I will literally yap forever. You guys know that by now. Again, let me know what team you'd like to see next. Rebuilt regularly, rebuilt in this longer format, challenge rebuild, which I think for members, the members video for September will be tomorrow. Might be a little bit of a shorter one. It was a fun one, but it might be a little bit of a shorter one. I apologize. Maybe I'll do something else. I don't know. Kind of swamped a little bit here, but I think we're going to do it tomorrow instead of Monday, because Monday we will have, I imagine, the first 3 weeks of Season 3 for Panthers franchise. Don't want to double those up. But yeah, no videos tomorrow other than if you're a member, and then we'll be back on Monday. Check out the Borderlands 4 Part 1 video. I uploaded with my friend Schultz. We started playing that game. A lot of fun. Maybe check it out if you're interested. Again, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notifications to all if you want to see when the next upload is up. Follow me, Jeromepkr, second channel PK Pleasure, not Madden content. You can watch that Borderlands video if you want. And regardless, hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.